In the void, where the warp winds howl, a fleet once noble, now destined to fall. Grave wardens stir, betrayal takes shape, Typhon's whispers, sealing their fate. Navigators lost to the shadowed lie, a fleet adrift beneath a darkened sky. The warp's crew grasp, unyielding and tight, chaos awaits in the endless night. Whispers of power, a pestilent tide, Mortarian's pride, with nowhere to hide. The destroyer plague, a grim reward, Nurgle's laughter echoes aboard. Bound by decay, they rise in his name. The death god transformed, never the same. Plague-born sons with torment they bled, shambling forth where angels fear to tread. Mortarian stands, his sons by his side. Through agony storm, their oaths collide. Grandfather's hand, the pact is sealed. The legion reborn, their fate revealed. Rise in the armor, rot in the soul. A Primarch remade, his heart grown cold. In terror shadow, their war drums beat. Pestilent warriors, no chance of retreat. Through breach and ruin, their banners fly. With death's embrace, they'll never die. The Lion's Gate, where hope was torn. Jagged eyes, blade meets the Plague-born. Typhus herald, chaos born, Mortarian's wrath, the plague sworn. In the warp, their legacy thrives, eternal servants where corruption lies. Mortarians fall, Typhus ascends, the death god song, it never ends.
Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of the Disgustingly Resilient podcast and another event recap. So I have turned my mic up a little bit, sorry if I just blew out your ears. We had some comments saying that the replay of the streams is becoming out quieter, so I've just sort of messed with sound settings, so it might be a bit loud. If it's too loud, do let me know, I apologise for that. If I've made you deaf, I apologise. Yeah, welcome back to everybody to another event recap. We've just obviously been back from the Manchester Super Major GT, 326 player event. We managed to go undefeated, which is really, really cool at a Super Major level especially, so I'm super happy. I will caveat this by basically, I have a very busy week. It's Natalie, my partner's birthday weekend, and there's a lot of things that need to be done with her work or whatnot. So this was basically a question of we either leave this for an entire week, or I just grit my teeth and do it tonight. But So I decided to do it tonight, but I will say just straight up that I am very tired, and I will try my best to remember. I should be able to remember most everything, but please have a little mercy on me if I need to go get a drink at some point because my throat gets sore, because I have literally, this was yesterday when it finished up, so have a little mercy. But very quickly in the chat before we get going, I've already seen you mad men. We got Lazy DM giving the 5 gifted memberships. Christopher Latta Strongway with 10 gifted memberships before the stream even began, like an hour before. You two are absolute legends. Thank you so much for your ongoing support. It really, really matters to the channel. And for people who don't know, hi, I'm Aiden. Welcome to Discussing Resilient Podcast. Maybe you're new. We have a Discord our members can join. So if you're gifted membership there by the fellas there, you can go to our YouTube channel homepage, go to the posts tab, scroll down a bit, you'll find a link to join a Discord. Get in there, you get to join in the giveaways, which I will announce one today as well, if I can remember my brain. We'll have giveaways, plague surgery, and just an awesome little community. Everyone's always chatting in there, and we've got really good people in there. A lot of people went to this event as well, so we had like Zito was there, managed to get 4 and 1, and loads of people as well. So it's a great little community that we've built, and I'm super proud of it. So thank you so much to those guys for the memberships, and also thank you to Chris Heap Senhouse as well for coming to Plague Marine. Again, really appreciate the support, mate. Thank you so much. It really keeps the lights on and keeps the channel growing as well, which is awesome. So I'm going to catch up and chat because there's quite a lot of you today. So hello to everybody that is in the chat. Hopefully, Zito, yeah, I am still a broken man from the weekend. I have no idea how Aiden has the concentration to do this tonight. That's the neat part, Zito. I don't. We're going to try and make it work. Necromancer Goblin says, we'll soon be starting to convert a lot of Plague Marines. What should I make? Anything with special weapons, mate. Just avoid bolters. Bolters are just kind of bad. So anything, melee weapons are great. Plasma guns, metal guns, all that kind of stuff. All good, all good, all good. People talk about having a bit of caffeine, mate. I could really do with like a Red Bull right now. That'd be great. The dancing crab is at the end one as well. So yeah, don't forget that. Thank you very much, Lazy Chicken, for the gifted membership there as well. Super appreciate it. Necros, this is not unfortunately where I get my Greg's sponsorship. I would love to be sponsored by Greg's because then I could throw sausage rolls at everyone. That would be awesome. So that'd be really cool. But thank you very much for the gift membership there, Lazy Chicken. She does strike again. I'm not trying to nerf Death Guard, Don. That is the last thing I would like to say. I don't think we need it. I think we are... I am not the reason we're losing Predators, and I'm not saying we are losing Predators, I just said be cautious. True, you can always turn the sound down, up is nothing. That is a great point to make, Martin, there. No mercy, you guys are mad. Oh my god, even more coming. Eric Thompson with the Plague Marine membership, thank you so much. And Preston Watamuniak, I hope I said that right, mate. Thank you so much, you guys, for becoming Plague Marines as well. Really, really appreciate the support. Like I said, helps grow. And then Raging Horn coming with 5 kitty memberships as well. You guys, thank you so much. That's crazy. Thank you so much. And 100 viewers in the live stream. Don't worry, we'll get into it in a minute. I don't want to take up too much of your time. But one thing I do want to say is, before we get into this, everyone that came up to me in the event or, showed support online, thank you so much, guys. You guys are absolute legends. It's lovely to meet everyone, lovely to have a quick chat with everyone. If I didn't manage to even catch you for too long and you just came along and said hi, I really appreciate it. I love this community that we've managed to build, and it's very humbling. I'm still struggling to come to terms with the fact like people come over and be like, asking questions and be like, oh, are you Aiden? It's still very surreal to me. But I'm always happy to talk to people. So thank you so much for coming over, and thank you for being an awesome community. And again, Raging Horn, thank you very much there. Ben Brown, any thoughts of Death Guard since EC don't have Preds? Honestly, mate, I don't know. I'm advising caution at the moment. I have 5 Preds. I could lose them all. I just say right now, given that we're quite close to the Codex, maybe just if you don't desperately need them for an event or something like that, just hang fire. We might not lose them, we could lose them, but if you don't need them desperately, hang fire for 1 or 2 months, you'll get your answers, and then you can go buy them or not buy them. That's all I can really say. But yeah, everyone in the chat, all doing the 5-0, mate, great to see you. Thank you very much, man. So let's get into this. So for people who are new to these event recaps, basically, I'll jump ahead a few slides. What we do is we take our rounds. And as you can see on the screen here, we use the tokens to represent our units, and I basically talk it through turn by turn, play by play, and you guys can get a sort of feel back for how it is. I think it helps to have the visuals on screen. Some people will just do an event recap and just talk about what happened, which is still good. I still always, love people putting in like the event recap, stuff like that. no matter whether they're just talking about it, whether they've got visuals or not. But I like this format. It's something that I feel like we kind of made unique to start on our channel, and it's kind of, I've seen other people pick it up, which is really cool. But I've had good feedback on it, so we will be doing that. But I've spiced some things up a bit, so that is what we've got in store for. But before we get into that, Jacob Kloof, thank you very much again, $4.99 super chat, mate. Play Parade claimed 11 Dawns and 8 Tank Commanders this weekend. Damn, dude. Nice. 11 Dawns and 8 of them were Tank Commanders. Mate, you're blowing up them for fun. That's awesome. I'm the Scary of Death Guard from Anson Lee, apparently. I don't know. Will met Scary as well at the event, which was really, really cool. I was unfortunately too busy trying to not stress out in all of my games, but yeah, it was really cool. There was all these people there. Thank you and everyone at DRP for being so welcoming and friendly. Best 40k Discord channel I've ever found. Thank you so much, Warvane. That's really, really, really appreciate it. How big is the chance that Plague Marines get ruined in the new codex? Honestly, I think the only thing they can do to Plague Marines is split us into like a range squad and a melee squad. I don't think they will ruin them. I think Plague Marines will be fine, mate. I wouldn't worry too much about that. And Brian Sherrill for $10 super chat. Go ahead, buddy. You deserve a drink. Take a sip. Go on then, just for you. As is tradition from the very first stream to the very most recent one, just for you, Brian. And yes, that is a cup with my dog's face on it because I love my Poochie. Right. So let's have a look at this then. So Manchester GT. So it was a 329 player event. It was a super major in the UKTC. It is the first UK Super Major, I believe, with both Eldari and Guard that are in the in play. So basically, you can see them and you can fight them. First time they're legal with both the codexes, so it's quite scary, quite an open field. There's tons of top players go away. You've got all the big names. You got like Nassim Fouché, David Gaylord, Josh Roberts, Ines Wilson, all these people, and you've got all the people coming from the international teams. You've got Team Ireland, Team Denmark, Team like Netherlands. All sorts of stuff showing up. So it's very big events, these ones. Overall, though, I will just say thank you so much to the people who run the event, Zach and all the judges, David Irving, etc. Great ran event. I had an absolute great time. Nice amount of table space. And also to all my opponents, we're going to talk about them. Had absolute fun. All my games were great. Didn't have a single bad experience. And also, if anyone was there, okay, the team wasn't there. Fair enough. Fair, one person wasn't there. Damn, the one I picked out of the blue. If anyone tried the Thai food van that was there, that was peak. That garlic chicken like sesame toast they did, that was pretty damn good. So yeah. So a quick little fun thing I've put in here at the start of these videos now is we're gonna have a quick look at the meta breakdown. So this here was the representation of the armies at the event, so you can kind of see what kind of field we were walking into. Thank you very much to Bert Chief for becoming a member of Plague Marine. Again, really appreciate the support, mate. Go to the posts tab on our YouTube channel homepage, find the link to get into the Discord and get yourselves in. But yeah, garlic chicken toast, Necro, trust, mate, trust. It was real good. So as you can see, the most popular faction by far was the Steps of Astartes, as is kind of expected. They're really strong at the moment and Marines are already popular. But tying them was Eldari, so an absolute, a mad amount of Elves showing up this weekend. So good chance that we were going to run into an Elf. Spoiler alert, we did. But Tyranids also still super popular. Guard being really popular as well in the fourth. Custodes really just kind of coming out of nowhere with popularity. I mean, obviously the Solar Spearheads looks pretty good, but yeah, just mad to see so many Custode players. Necrons again popular, and then Death Guard, we're up there. We are in some of the most represented factions, which is really awesome to see. So that's kind of like your top cut of armies that you're going to have to like prepare to face a lot. Down at the bottom, this is what happens when you have a player base that is just abandons their faction because they got bad. I feel sorry for the people who kind of just were playing them casually, but for all the people that just ditched it the second it got nerfed, like, come on guys, pick it up. So yeah, not see many sisters, not see many Thousand Sons, although 1,000 Sons player did go 5-0, so you can be underrepresented and still do really, really well. So this was just a little quick look at the beta. So expect Marines, expect Eldar, Tyranids and Guard, lots of that. So let's have a look at the list. So list is basically pretty much the same we took to the ITT. So we were rocking Plague Storm again. Plague Storm, for those who don't know, is the name given to a Death Guard list that basically the Iron Storm detachment from the Space Marine Codex, which is all about tank spam. And we put our own spin on it, which is Plague Storm, Iron Storm, Plague Storm, haha, Death Guard, funny pun, Plague. And you basically just bring a metric shit ton of hulls. So we've got Mortarion leading the charge, the absolute Primarch himself. Love Mortarion, 300 points is kind of steal for that dude. Then we have a cheeky Death Guard Icon Bearer who's a little bit of a tech piece in this one. Just being able to run out, drop a giant 12-inch aura of Contagion of -1 save, drop a Boil Blight, and then just obliterate some from the Plague Burst Crawlers. Or he can join a squad, give that squad 15 OC, 17 because of himself. It's a lot of OC to try and beat out, so it's a nice little trick. He's very versatile, like you can sort of just flex him in and out. Sometimes you deploy him in the Rhino with the Marines, sometimes he's on his own, sometimes he's, not even in the Rhino, as you might see. But it's a really cool, for 45-point little versatile little dude. Then we've got 2 squads of Cultists. Now this is the one change. Originally I had 3 squads of Cultists and 1 squad, just 3 squads of Cultists. In this one I've got 2 squads of Cultists and 1 squad of Poxwalkers. The reason why, I forgot to ask Sam to borrow me 10 more Cultists. But honestly, the Poxwalkers were better because they were the squad that sat on home all game. And the Feel No Pain was better to have versus things like Mortars and things like that. So if you've got any indirect, the Feel No Pain was quite nice to have because you'd get a 6-up save because of the cover. Because the Mortars are AP0 if they're not ignoring cover, and you get a 5-up Feel No Pain, and the T4 also meant they weren't wounding you as much, so they were just a little bit, chunkier sat on the home. 1 squad of 5 Plague Marines, again, just something to sort of sit in the Rhino. Icon Bearer can join them. 3 heavy plague weapons, 2 plasma guns, and a spewer. It's just nice to have some OC in the list. You can throw them out, flip an objective, sort of, do secondaries, all this kind of stuff. Then the meat of the list, we've got the 3 fetid bloat drones, 2 of them with the spitters, 1 of them with a heavy blight launcher. 3 big boy predator destructors, 2 of them rocking las cannon sponsons, 1 of them rocking the heavy plague bolters, which are super fast growing on me. Those things are so goddamn good. 3 plague burst crawlers, they're back in the indirect menace that they are. 2 of them rocking the flamethrower spitters, and 1 of them rocking the entropy cannons. The 1 Chaos Rhino to ferry around the Plague Marines, and then an allied War Dog Carnivore with an extra Havoc launcher because just a little bit more indirect, just a little bit more. Let's be honest, it was 1 times 10 and 1 times 11 cultists. Don't tell them, Travis, that's the secret. So this was the list we took. So I've been playing it quite a few times now. I went to ITT and went 5-0 in the main event and then lost in the Shadow Round to Bridgehead, so I was out for vengeance on that one. But it's a very good list. It's very different. It's not my kind of usual playstyle. I'm getting more used to it. I'm constantly learning how to play it better, and you'll see at the end I've still got bits to learn. But it's a strong list. It shoots real hard, like real goddamn hard. But it is a lot of tanks, a lot of hulls, so you've kind of got to be careful with your movement, not to get too trapped, and you need to know when to sort of push out. Just a little bit indirect necros. So first round comes up, and this is again in the UK. We find out our first round a couple of days prior to the event, so I think it's Wednesday. I get to see this absolute treat here. So we're against Lloyd Yates from Black Tower Wargaming, and he is coming in with the Necrons Awakened Dynasty. So this is the detachment that is all about endless, unkillable, bloody resurrecting Necrons. They can reanimate twice a turn with like plus 4d, 3 guys getting back every turn. If there's a leader in the squad, he gets +1 to hit. It's very annoying. It's like the generic one, but it's annoying. The Lich Guard can feel almost unkillable. So it's, it's pretty scary. So to top that off, we've only got unkillable, endless regenerating dudes. We also then have 2 Catans to deal with here. We've got a Catan of the Nightbringer, Catan Shard of the Void Dragon. I still laugh whenever I see the Nightbringer model. It is so dinky for a big scary Catan, but they're, again, annoying. Halving all damage and the 5-up Feel No Pain as well. Quite annoying. He's got a Chronomancer with the big uppy-downy enhancement, so you can pick them up, put them down. You've got Imhotep, the Stormlord, for some extra CP. An Overlord with the Phasal Subjugator, which is an aura of +1 to hit. And a Scorpec Lord with the 4-up Feel No Pain enhancement. All of that is being joined by a big squad of 20 Necron Warriors, 2 Canoptech Doomstalkers, 1 Canoptech Reanimator, 1 big squad of 10 Lich Guard with the shields, 2 squads of Tomb Blades rocking Tesla, and a Triax Stalker with a Heat Ray. So this is what we got first round. And the first round we are playing on, it's not Dawn of War, it's the thingy one, it's the sort of like tipply one, where it's like, you'll see in a second, I'll just get into it. So this one here, I can't remember what it's called, with the weird like terrainy thing like this. So this is Terraform though. So we are playing Terraform on this weird dibbly-dabbly sort of deployment. Someone remind me what this deployment's called, I always forget the name of this one completely. Well, I quickly load up my TTS app, so Tabletop Battles app. It's a good app. If you don't use it, get the Tabletop Battles app. It's very helpful. And I'll pull up my round one. So, just a quick caveat. Lloyd was an absolute lovely opponent. And this is, to be fair to Lloyd, he did say this is an army that he was playing because his wife bought it him for Christmas and he just wanted to play. It's not his usual army. He's only had a couple of games on it. So, massive respect to him for that. And what an awesome wife for buying him an entire Necron army. I wish my girlfriend did that right. Nat. By me Empress children. So, sweeping engagement. Thank you very much, Mr. Chukanori. Yeah, tipping dibbly dabbly point. Oh, tipping point. Is it tipping? Or is it sweeping? What is it? Tipping dibbly dabbly. We're going to go with that. So, when we're deploying this one, I'm thinking in my head, okay, right, I got a lot of tanks. My opponent's anti-tank here, realistic, and this is one thing you always want to think when you play Plague Storm, is basically these 2 Doomstalkers, this Heat Ray thing if it gets close, and then it's basically the Catan. Not too asked about the Necron Warriors or the Lich Guard too much. So, like, okay. So what we do is, we're thinking about reserves. I know that in order to kill the Warriors, I've got to one-round them. Because they're just going to, like, they're just going to keep resurrecting. So I'm like, okay, you know what? We can play around this a bit. So I'm going to put the Carnivore, I'm going to put the Predator with the Heavy Bolters into reserves. And everything else is going to start on the table. We put the Icon Bearer with the Plague Marines this game, so I'm going to keep him up there, so you just remember he's with these guys, because I genuinely think like the OC might be impactful, because I'm going to use them to sort of try and counter the Lich Guard a little bit. I'm never going to out-OC the Necron Warriors, because it's 20 of them, so I'm going to try and use them to counter the Lich Guard. So, we start deploying. I forgot my unit Poxwalkers on this thing, great started, and so I was going to use the unit Cultists, so just imagine this is unit Poxwalkers on my home here. So they're just literally going to be spreading out all over the home objective. So they're just screening out, holding objective. So just so nothing can sort of come in from reserves or teleport there. That's all we're going to do. So we do this. I'm just going to quickly jump through the deployment. The Rhino goes just like here. Because again, I'm not too scared of his shooting. I just waited until he deployed it. So he's got a Doomstalker here. He's got his Triax Stalker. Because the Triax Stalker has a big scout move. That's there next to him. The Reanimator's sat here with a 20 blob of Necron Warriors. We've got a Tomb Blade there, a Tomb Blade unit there because they have the scouts. So if he gets second, he can go nice and hidey hole. The Night Void Dragon is over there with those guys. The Nightbringer is over down this way. His other Doomstalker is back here, like this. Let's wiggle that guy around, so like that, like that. He's got his Scorpic Lord in reserves, and the big Lich Guard brick is sat in this room here. So when I'm deploying, I just have a absolute gigantic castle. I have one of my PBCs, I think it's one with the entropy cannons on this side here, just in case. I just need to shoot down here and play down here. I've got my Predator here, another Predator back here. So this one can flex either that side or down the straight here if it needs to. Another Predator here, just sort of hiding. So again, and making sure everyone, if they want to, can see down here, down this line of sight, or they can poke out and get other lines of sight there, really. Bloat drone, we put 2 down here just for sort of harassing and doing stuff. So we've got 2 bloaty boys down here. All Mortimer's literally sat in the middle. I actually put him fairly aggressive because if he wants to expose a Doomstalker turn 1 to shoot Morty, I can guarantee you that thing does not kill Morty, especially with -1 to hit. And then it's in the open and I'll shoot it to death. So I'm always think about this. Think about, if my opponent takes this, will I kill it? Because here's the thing. Once these Doomstalkers are dead, the only thing that threatens all of my tanks this game is the Catan. So as soon as the Doomstalkers are dead, and they're mainly melee, my tanks can pretty much run around this entire board doing horrible stuff. We're going to put this guy here. We put cultists against the wall. In case we get first turn, they can scout out, sticky, and then run away. We put another unit of cultists just over here, just to sort of hold out the line, just maybe keep a bit of screening. So yeah, my opponent actually rolls and gets first turn on this one. So he's going first this game. My opponent then scouts aggressively with his Tomb Blade, so he comes forward, and then this Triax Stalker comes forward as well. My scouts, I just took against the wall. There's no point in me going out and getting myself killed, and I just took against the wall here, and that's about it. The Heavy Bolter Predator is the one. Oh, sorry, sorry, my bad. Yeah, oh, fucking hell, brain. Heavy Bolter Predator is in reserves. Yeah. Okay, I remember now. Sorry, brain. Yeah, so I should put quite a bit in reserves this game. So Heavy Bolter Predator and the Carnivore in reserves because I remember what happens with that guy. Apologies. So my opponent gets engaged on all fronts. So he sends this unit over here. He then shoots the Tesla, basically, which gives him an extra scout move. So that's going to end up like there. This unit goes here, but it's kind of strung along. And I can just see the tippy toe of Tomb Blade sticking its ass out of here. The Nightbringer moves up. The Triax Stalker goes onto the objective here. Doomstalker comes down to here. The Void Dragon moves and advances behind this wall here. The Lich Guard sort of just shuffle up against the wall, but just sort of stay there. They're not going to come out just yet. And the Necron Warriors basically do the same thing with this Doomstalker sort of taking up position here. Not much happens this turn. The Tomb Blades, once they do shoot and scoot, they get in for engage, try and do sort of like a move block. They can't move block fully, but they can move block enough so the PBC can't get up, but they can't really stop this Rhino going over here. So, my first turn, I draw Overwhelming Force and Cleanse. So what I do is I'm like, okay, cool, right, we're going to have these cultists run out into the open. This is not the stream you promised me last game. Very disappointed. Apologies, man. These guys move out onto the middle. These guys just start doing a cleanse because nothing like to contest it. It's fine with me. The Rhino drives up onto the point here and he just starts hitting potentially a cleanse if I can get rid of this Triax Stalker here. If not, it's alright. Do not disembowel the Plague Marines because I don't want to get charged. I don't want to risk that yet. So he just drives up there. I think he actually advances. I think I actually send these cultists out here onto this point and do a cleanse. So I get double cleanse. Overwhelming Force is basically kill this. And then I bring out the Heavy Blight Launcher drone to this angle to see that one dude there. And they advance the Spitter one just out. So I'm like, okay, we can see some things. These two Predators obviously just come and get line of sight onto this Triax Stalker and Mortarion. Make sure he's giving out the aura of reroll ones to wound on them. So they're just looking at this Triax Stalker here. This guy just moves to there. Not much else, so everything can just see there. This thing drives straight up as much as it can to these Tomb Blades, and we basically start shooting. So this Heavy Blight Launch drone hits 5 times and manages to wound with 4 of them, and then he just doesn't get many saves. The AP2 just connects and this unit falls over for free, which was like, oh, okay. Fair enough. So there's one Overwhelming Force. And then, turns out if you're a Toughness 8 vehicle, Predators, and, you know, Predators will eat you alive. This thing only got like 8 or 9 wounds anyway. So this thing, pops. Only one Predator has the Heavy Bolters over last cannons. The other two, so these two here at the back line, they're last cannon boys. The other one has the, the Heavy Bolters, which is in reserves. So we kill that. This then allows us to basically open fire with Morty puts his spell down. This PBC just shoots straight, kills this thing. And we shoot all of our mortars at the this Doomstalker here. And because it's only toughness 8, I'm hitting on 4s, wounding on 4s and getting lethal hits. And I shit you not, I got a 6 for shots, a 5 for shots, and a 5 for shots. And we just killed it. We just killed it, like straight up. Which is, you know, first turn, that's a bit grim to have killed like a Doomstalker, a Triax Stalker, and both squads of Tomb Blades. He got very unlucky on his saves, I'm not going to lie, it was not great. But, you know, sometimes it's the way Cookie crumbles. This PVC is sticking its head out, by the way, because it was alright, because I'm happy for that to take a charge or whatever. So, obviously, really happy with maximum Overwhelming Force and we get maximum Cleanse. But we haven't started any terraforms yet. Nothing like that is happening just yet. So my opponent's turn, he sends out the Void Dragon to come down here. He wants to come basically try and punch Mortarion. Yeah, talk about a decent first turn. That is it's a bit of better. Yeah, sorry, Birchie. I always take -1 save. Every single game I'm going to take -1 save to just lock that in your head. That's going to be how it is. Just what I do. I just really like -1 save. This Doomstalker comes on down to here. The Necron Warriors sort of just stay there a little bit. They're not quite too much. The Necromorphs come to like here. They get out just like a few guys so they can shoot these cultists here. The Lich Guard stay staging. They don't move too much. And the Catan comes down to here. He's a bit more further back. The cultists more like that. So basically, he's looking to get the Catan into the cultists to wipe them out. He wants to wipe out the cultists that are in the middle. And the Void Dragon's looking to get something going here. So I rapid ingress. And I bring on my Carnivore here. I'm completely immune to being shot. And that Doomstalker is about to get ran at next turn and just get absolutely punched down. So, so he's brought on there with rapid ingress. So my opponent's secondaries for this turn were no prisoners and secure no man's land. So he's going for the secure no man's land with his Catan. The Catan does end up making this charge here. The shots on the cultists actually weren't enough to kill them all because he didn't expose enough guys. So he kills them down to like 3 guys. And they always trail back, so the rest of the guys are behind the wall but weakened, so he doesn't get no prisoners there. The Catan definitely deletes this in melee. And he's debating a charge into Mortarion. The Doomstalker shoots at the Bloat Drone. I think he does 3 damage to one of them. Doesn't really do too much. The main thing here is that... So he's a bit more up, actually. 2 blades on the looks like there. He's debating with the Void Dragon. He wasn't sure whether to send it, but he actually decides to go and actually do it. So he sends it over. So he charges up. He moves over and he charges into Mortarion. Now, my Mortarion is infamous for falling over at the moment's notice. So my opponent swings. Apparently, the Void Dragon is D6 plus 2 damage because our Primarch is 4. That thing is D6 plus 2. I did not know that. So what actually happened is he actually ended up managing to twat 8 wounds off Mortarion there, which was obviously not very pleasant for me. I was just like, great, because I can't pass invuns. I failed all my invuns. He got 3 wounds on Mortarion because he used +1 strength strat to give it strength 13, so it wounded on 3s. And then I failed 3 invuns. I rerolled one of them to pass 1 because I'm not taking that much damage. Thankfully, lowered the damage a bit, and the feel no pain kicked in, and I only took 8 in the end. I was still half my health, which I wasn't happy with. Morty did 20 back for 8, and then he feel no pain too, so he took 6. But I was like, okay, you know what, the Void Dragon's at least stuck here now. That's, not too bad. But we got to do something about this now. So, comes to our turn, so they're just kind of sat there chilling. I draw Marked for Death. He obviously picks this Reanimator, this Lich Guard, and this Nightbringer over here, so that's not happening, which is fair enough. I get Recover Asset, so I'm just like, fair enough, recovers what Recover is. So we get out the Plague Marines onto the lip of this objective. Now I'm like, okay, I gotta think about this, because if I get onto this lip of this objective, I can get charged by, because you can only touch this objective if you're on the wall. And if you're on the wall, you can get charged on the other side of the wall. So I'm like, okay, think about it. So I roll an advance for the Rhino, and I get 6. So what I actually do is I actually bring the Rhino fully around the front, and manage to block off, because my Rhinos have spikes on, because I'm Chaos, and it managed to block off the full front, and I stay an inch away from the wall on the side, because I can do that, because that's not where the objective is. I can be off that wall on the side, so I can't get charged on the right side. The only gap now I've got is on the left side. They come on the left, so I move and actually advance the Plague Burst Crawl and give up its shooting to wall off this. So my Plague Marines cannot be charged by these Lich Guard at all. There is a single gap for a single guy to get in between the Plague Burst Crawler and the Rhino, but one guy would be able to swing at the Plague Marines, but if he does that, he has to declare the Plague Burst Crawler, which means if he does that, if he can base, he has to, which means he actually gets a charge off the objectives. There's even less OC on it, yeah? So, these Plague Marines basically go on here, and they start doing a, they start doing, what's it called? What's the word called? Terraform, because we're playing Terraform. These cultists moved into this weird little side bit, and because there's only a few of them left alive, they can actually fit in here, which is technically not my deployment zone because of this weird little L step. And they start doing recover assets there, and I do recover assets on home with Poxwalkers. So recover assets is basically going to be 3. Now over here, I'm not going to bother shooting this Nightbringer. There's absolutely no point. I am not going to kill it. So what I do is I advance this bloat drone here and just go up the side like this. Because what I want to do, I want to make sure that if this Nightbringer wants to kill this drone, he's going to have to come off the objective. And if he does that, he's going to be further away from this drone. And vice versa, if he wants to go and kill this drone, he's now miles away and this one's going to go and steal his home objective and shit. So I was thinking, right, where can we pull this Nightbringer to? Best case scenario, the Nightbringer goes, oh, I need primary, and he stands there all game. Fine with me. You don't have a 300 point model standing there all game, that's fine by me, take it. Carnivore just bombs it clean for this Doomstalker, as you'd expect. Just hashtag just Carnivore things. Over here, we light up the, because again, we ignore the -1 to hit the Void Dragon because it's in close combat because of Mortarion. They shoot absolutely everything, and this thing goes skiboodly bop and gets popped. We shoot some mortars that have not advanced because this one can't shoot. We shoot these mortars at this Doomstalker just to chip it down for me. It takes 4 damage, just in case, you know, invulns are invulns, so this Carnivore wants to get in. The Carnivore charges into this thing, and yeah, I mean, Carnivore things happen, and it absolutely claps its cheeks. So this Carnivore is now just vibing over here. Both Doomstalkers are dead. This is basically unchargeable and left because we've managed to lock it in, so I'm really happy with that. And this Nightbringer is in a bit of a weird position here. So, comes into my opponent's turn. He's like, okay, we've got to make something happen now. The Nightbringer comes up to deal with the Carnivore. The Necron Warriors step out into the middle. They basically start doing the Terraform. And the Lich Guard come out over here because they've got to start doing something. And this, the Scorpic Lord just comes in over here. And basically goes for a 9-inch charge onto this blow drone. The Lich Guard charge into the Rhino over here. This guy charges over here. But what I've actually done is... nope, not yet. We're still there. So these guys, they've got most of them, like... It's like half the squad's behind the wall, half the squad's out. So that's fine. Imhotep and the character behind the wall. This guy comes over, charges the Rhino, doesn't drops the round to like 1 wound, I think it is, and then hits the Plague Burst Crawl for 1 wound as well. These Lich Guard are sort of strung around the side here like this, so they're all around the place. You can't auto-see me because, again, the Icon Bearer is giving all my Plague Marines. I've got 4 Plague Marines touching the point from behind the wall. Or maybe might be 3, but still, even then, they're 3 OC each, plus the PBC, plus the Rhino. So I hold that, managed to get Terraformed. The Carnivore does go Explode. Not much you can do about that. Nightbringer does Nightbringer things. And at that point, the Carnivore's done his job, so I'm happy with that. So, comes to my turn. So on turn 3, my opponent bring it down. He gets bring it down for killing the Carnivore there, which is, you know, is what it is. Gets 2 points. His other one was Storm Hostile Objective, but again, unfortunately he can't because he can't take this off me, and I never controlled this middle one or this one, so they don't count. So in my turn, I get Cull the Horde and Storm Hostile Objective. So I need to take this point in the middle here, and I need to basically try and kill the Necron Warriors. So these little chumps in the middle, these little cullists, they just move in advance, and I get a guy onto the point. So the idea being now that if I kill this squad, they'll get the Storm as well, and that is my entire thing, is to kill this squad. So the PBC with the Flamers comes up to here. The second PBC comes to here. Morty's flown over to like here. The Predators have come up. So we've got a lot of shots into this squad here. And then this guy moves up so we can get a line of sight. We just need to put everything into the squad. My opponent has left, unfortunately, a big gap here from reserves, and my Heavy Bolter Predator shows up. So this here is bad for my opponent because Imhotep and his Chronomancer are on this side of the wall, and because characters have to die last, that means that this Predator can wait. All of this can shoot first, and if he pulls himself behind the wall, so all the ones that are on the point are dead, this Predator's still going to be able to fire. So this Predator sits biding his time. He's just like, cool, I'm going to chill here. So what we do is, again, the Plague Marines just stay put. They're just holding the objective. I'm not going to bring them out for no reason. And we unload absolute hell at this squad of warriors. We kill like 8 off the first Predator, which puts them like the guys behind the wall. And this Heavy Bolter Predator just says, nah mate, bye. Shoots and kills absolutely everything part Imhotep the Stormlord. Like, he just goes bye-bye. Like, Heavy Bolters with a sustained lethal, I got 3 6s, I get lethal and sustained. So it goes from, like, 6 shots to 9 shots. He just fucking rinses them complete, so grim. And then, so that squad's gone. Imhotep's the only thing that's left. He did make this charge here, rather upsettingly. He did a lot of mortals to the drone, but didn't manage to kill it. The drone then just fell back and sprayed him, didn't do much damage. And then what we do is, these Lich Guard, because they're in combat, they're strung out in a big line because they're across the front of the Rhino and they're touching the Plague Burst Crawler. So we do what's called the Plague Burst Pinch. We get this Plague Burst Crawler and we charge the Lich Guard and we touch this end of the Lich Guard. So when they swing, they kill this Rhino. But there's a bit of a problem here. The Lich Guard have 2 models in combat with this Plague Burst Crawler, and now they've been base to base on the very opposite end by this Plague Bus Crawler. So there's about 5 or 6 models in the middle that can't move due to coherency. They can't swing at anything, and they're basically trapped there. And they will proceed to be trapped there for the rest of the game, while my like 12 OC of Plague Marines is just sat here absolutely vibing. To this point, like I don't need the PBCs to be shooting or anything like that. We're fine with that. So pretty much at this point, I mean it's mostly over at this point anyway. My opponent knows it. He's being a good sport about it. My opponent does draw extend battle lines, so he just drops back onto here, gets some points there, which is fair enough. He gets behind enemy lines, but he can't do that at all. The endless bump fest continues over here. I have no reason to even try and kill it. It's just kind of pointless. My turn, I get defense, stronghold, and containment. So these Plague Marines literally go, slightly to the left a little bit, and then this boat drone goes, and does it there. He does actually end up killing that one with the Scorpion Lord there. He's brought Imatech back onto his home objective, which is fair enough. I drive a Predator over to it. I actually don't shoot Imatech just because if I draw Assassination, I want to make sure Imatech's alive because I'm not killing the Nightbringer. So I'd rather have Imatech alive so I can kill him. So I'm just actively not shooting him. It gives me no points to kill him right now. He's no threat to anything on the board. I'm just going to farm him if I need to for points. So comes opponent's round 5. He does get established Locus, which I think the Nightbringer's like here or something. He just walks there. I'm just like, yeah, sure, within 6 you can go do Locus. That's fine by me. And he gets behind enemy lines for baby points. Oh, sorry, no, that's... Yeah, he gets established Locus. He also gets defense stronghold up here, which, you know, I could technically shoot that thing and take it off. But in my turn, I get established Locus and behind enemy lines. So I'm like, you know what, good sir, you may have your defense stronghold. And I just to be polite, because he's had a bad game. He got you know, it's been pretty rough on him. So I reverse my Predator very kindly off his objective, and I have one of these PBCs here. Basically just drive into his home, like over here, something like that. Basically just move up there. Just to get behind enemy lines myself, because I've already got Predator over there. He does Locus as well, so he just isn't charging, he just reverses off. He's not in combat, because he's not going to charge the Predator, because he failed to charge on the Imatech. Predator just does deploy homers, and we get behind enemy lines, and that's pretty much all she wrote, really. These Lich Guards stayed here forever. I just ignored this thing here, because there's no point me trying to kill it. And that was basically it. So we do manage to come to the end of that one fairly comfortably with a 95 to 53 victory. So turns out, we did fine on primary. At this point, sorry, I forgot to mention yet. I just stood on this with Mortari and Terraform that, and that was it. Like, we just stood on 3 objectives for the last like 2 turns in a row. So we've had like 4, 8, 10, and then it was like 14, 15, 15 in a row. So apologies, yeah, I forgot to do that. Obviously, Morty just walked onto the middle because primary, because just stand there all game. So yeah, it was you know pretty solid. So we got 95 to 53 victory on that one. So I'm pretty happy with that. I was people told me, oh, it's the Awakened Dynasty list. It's gonna damage check you. We learned one thing that you don't do against Death Guard is try and damage check it, because when Death Guard pop Boil Blight for ignore cover and all the Predators are AP 3 with all the guns and the last cannons are AP 5, those doesn't help you. So yeah, it was a bit grim for my opponent Lloyd. But again, he was new to the army. He's just started playing it. He's just wife bought in the army spot. It was a great sport about it, because I'd have been pretty miserable if I'd had some of the roles that he had, like losing the Doomstalker turn 1 was pretty bad, both Tomb Blades and the Stalker, but sometimes it is the way it goes. It's just the way it happens. But it's a good game, good lad, and yeah, a nice comfortable start to the event. So next round, we come across a fella called Harry Lees, who I believe watched the channel, and Harry had actually just played and beaten Mr. War Dog Will. So we were making a joke like he just fought the mini boss, and now he's got like the real boss fight. The orchestra music started playing. But we have got the mirror match here. So I was having a quick check up with chat, just see how you're all doing before we get into this one. Why is it every time my last cannons it's a miss or I fail to wound? We play the same edition, can't even focus fire, kill an execrete. Sometimes they are like that. I don't get me wrong. I've had that happen quite a bit. Don't worry about it. But when the thing's T8, the autocannon does the job for you. That's not too bad. It's the risk of low shot count. Yeah, let the Power Ranger versus the Walloping pink. Right. Yeah, cool. Right. Sweet. A Carnivore one shot and a Doomstalker. Well, the Doomstalker's only got a 4-up invulnerable. The Carnivore hits it on 2s, wounds it on 3s. So I got all hits, and I wounded it like 5 times. And it's D6 plus 2 damage, and I'd already dropped 2 mortars on it, so it was on 8 health. I think 2 went through and killed it. You have to be a bit careful, but, you know, sometimes it's fine. Why is that? Before it gets here, music, and why is it in Latin? Harry, most likely, yeah. So Harry's playing a sort of spin-off version of the Plague Storm. So it's he's got the True Predator, he's got the True Plague Burst Crawler, although all of his have spitters, although all of his Predators have las cannons. Then he has a Terminator Sorcerer. He's got 3 squads of 3 Death Shroud Terminators with this, though. So he's got 2 Lords of Contagion leading them. Typhus as well. A Foul Blight Spawn, Tallyman with the Droning, a 7-man squad of Plague Marines, 3 squads of Cultists, and then a squad of Nurglings. So, this is actually weirdly the game I actually remember the least of, and it's not because of Harry. It was a great game, really fun. I remember this game being the... So you remember all the silly luck we just had against the Necrons there? Now imagine all of that luck coming round and fucking me in the ass. Because my dice here were horrendous and my opponents were goddamn fire, and even he said himself he doesn't know why he's even still in this game, because every single time he shot a las cannon, it hit, it wounded, I failed an invul. I will spend over this game like 7 CP on Morty between healing him and Cloud of Flying him, and it was so frustrating. And I was getting so stressed about it, because I was like, no, this shouldn't be happening. Why is every one of your las cannons perfect? And he was laughing, and it was funny though. So it is what it is. So we have so deployment wise, we put the Carnivore into reserves again. We have the Predator. I believe we put one Predator in reserves as well. Plague Marines joined by the Icon Bearer again. I put a squad of Cultists in reserves as well, because I'm a bit scared of the indirect. I want to make sure I at least have a Cultist squad somewhere. And then everything else starts on the board. Now my opponent puts one squad of Le Shroudy Boys on the table, but he puts the rest of them in reserve. So I need one more squad. Oh, Typhus is going to be representing one of the 3-man squads. Just be aware of that. So he'll be representing one of the 3-man squads. Restarval. Oh, thank you very much. People don't know, Restarval is the best Imperial Knights player in the world. He's just becoming a member. Thank you so much, mate, for the support. And Reese took a really cool list to Manchester as well. He went 4-1 with his Imperial Knights. And he was rocking 2 Corvus Black Stars, which are the Death Watch Flyers, the aircraft, with his Imperial Knights as allies. I managed to get 4-1 with that, which is like, that's such a super cool and unique list. And I'm so excited to see you run it. We should be going to a Teams event later this year together, which would be really cool. So we start deploying. So these guys are in reserves. Now I am less scared. He deploys his Predators very, very safely. Like he's very cautious with his Predators. It's like that. And because he's cautious with his Predators, I'm like, cool, I'm gonna be ballsy right here. I'm just gonna like slam. And the reason for that is, again, if this Predator wants to come out and start shooting at my guys, I will then spin out with my Predators and shoot him. So I have a Predator hidden here, so again I can come out and shoot back if I want it to. I have another Predator just sort of tucked behind here. Poxwalker again. I forgot the Poxwalker model, so just imagine basically Poxwalkers every single game are on home objective, guys. So if you're like, oh, what do you do with the Poxwalkers? They sat on home. That is about it. So I've stole his PBC. That's his PBC. Apologies. That's his PBC. Oh god, mirror matches get confusing. So PBC. And then we add our rhinos up here, because again, there's no real scary firing lanes from these guys, so I'm not too worried about that. Then we have a bloat drone, just chilling. Another bloat drone down here. We do have our unit of cultists in the middle, just so it can scout into this corner, try and stop stuff like area denial. Plague Marines in the Rhino. Morty's with a big squad again. We always try and keep Morty with stuff so he can like, contribute to it. And the other bloat drone is just hanging out up here. So my opponent has 2 squads Death Shroud in reserves. One the Typhus squad. One with the, yeah, thanks Birchie, I did notice what I was doing. I was like, oh, I'm stealing models. The Sorcerer's going solo for him, because again, -1 damage, 1 doesn't work versus Mortarion, and 2, I have like 2 melee threats in this entire list. So he puts a unit of cultists just sort of there. His Nurglings go in the middle to stop me doing any scouty stuff getting so close, which is annoying. Then he has a PBC, a PBC, a PBC, because PBCs can just basically go anywhere. His unit of Death Shroud sort of in the middle, so it can just sort of go toward the center, which is fine, like that. His Plague Marines are also sort of in the center here, like that. And then he's got another unit of cultists. So he's got one unit of cultists there. He's got a unit of cultists down here. That's going to hide down there pretty much all game. And that's about it. He's got a unit of cultists on home objective as well. So this mission, I believe, is... Let me go find it. Harry, there you are. Oh, it's Purge. Of course, it's bloody Purge. Yay for Purge. Now, let me just double check who went first, because I can't remember who went first this one. My opponent went first. So, we're playing Purge the Foe, which is another reason I put the cultists in reserves, because I was like, I don't want to give you 2-3 kills a turn, so I can keep these in reserves till turn 3 at least. Those 3 cultist stacks, they will haunt me. There's so many cultists on the board. So my opponent gets first turn, so he just he basically moves in advance and just does some staging stuff, sort of gets in positions like this. He does get, in his first turn, engage in all fronts and recover assets. So I think what he does for the... that was it. He had that unit of cultists, sorry, that unit of cultists was there. Because again, he could scout in or do that. So this unit of cultists just moves and basically advances to here to get engaged for that quarter, because he gets baby engage. Recover assets just gets started by the Death Shroud, and then one of these Preds or something. I'm not going to stop it. I physically can't. Is what it is. Everything else is kind of like just shuffling up, really. Sort of preparing to sort of come out. You know what it is. These cultists start moving out to here. Just getting to this objective. Everything else basically just... Mortars start firing away, and the mortars do manage to kill one squad of cultists, which were just like that squad there. Is what it is. Again, kind of expected. There's not much you can do about that. Like they're gonna kill them. Like it is what it is. What can you do about it at this point? So in my turn, I get area denial and secure no man's land. So I'm like, okay, cool. So we gotta go get some stuff. So this Rhino drives on out. We keep the Marines in for now, because there's nothing that can really get to this point. And I'm hoping these cultists are going to be dead. So we only need the 2 OC right now. Yeah, Death Guard do get so much stuff. It's kind of ridiculous. And I don't want to get my Marines out because they're going to start getting shot by Plague Burst mortars. Because that's probably what I'd do in the same situation. So this drone, I move in advance just to go and get area denial. It is what it is. You know, I need to get points. It's fine. So I've got secure. And it gets me secure as well for big. And area denial. So we're alright with that. And then again, because we have the sort of advantage on the anti-tank front, the Predators being up there, we just start sort of pushing. So we just really start pushing. We're just like, okay, come on, let's get aggressive now. This Predator comes and gets an angle and can shoot down. This one just comes to here. So we're going to basically shoot, and we managed to kill this squad of cultists from all the guns from down here. These guys just moved up as well. That guy just moved around there, just to there. So you see staying back there because it's screening out that. You stayed back there, and then these Poxwalkers sort of stretched out. Matt Squarency just stop anything deep striking in the back line. You actually went to there. So we're sort of trying to screen stuff out so stuff can't get in as easily. If you want to take a 9-inch charge, you can take a 9-inch charge. That's fine by me. It is what it is. So we managed to kill that, and we dropped the Nurglings down to a single base, which is fine because then in a later turn I can then pick that up for free as a purge kill. So we've killed 2 units. We got area denial. We got secure no man's land, which is nice. So my opponent gets defend stronghold and secure no man's land. So he brings the Plague Marines out to come and charge into the bloat drone in the middle from behind the wall. The bloat drones, yeah, they're for a skirmish. So this is a great example right now. These bloat drones right now is on this middle point. The cultists can't come out because if it does, I'll spray it with Overwatch and kill them. And he has to get at least 4 on there to take it off me. So none of his skirmishing stuff can kill it, which means he either has to A, expose tanks to kill it, expose the Death Shroud to kill it, or expose the Plague Marines to kill it. And in this instance, he's actually going to bring out the Plague Marines. So the Plague Marines are going to go they come out to come and kill this thing. This Plague Marine squad is 125 points plus a Foul Blight Spawn, which is 60, 185, plus a Talion, which is 45, and he's got a drone, so 55. So that is 240 points to kill a 90-point model, and then I'm going to kill that unit with the Predators. It forces awful trades. Like, it's so annoying for its points, and that's what makes them so good. So this Predator zooms over here. He does bring in the Sorcerer here as well. Basically, he's looking to have this Sorcerer just shoot down with its super spell, maybe kill that. Then this Predator comes to like here. You can see Mortarion. He's like, cool, you know, okay, we'll take a pot shot at Mortarion. This Predator starts to come around a little bit. So like there, you can't go too far just in case of rapid ingress or something. But not too much really happens. This PVC comes to like here. And these last cannons shoot Mortarion. They both hit. I rapid ingress this turn. I put a Carnivore right here because the plan in my turn is, so I've done this plenty of times. This Predator can't see, boy. This Carnivore is like here. One Predator, mathematically, especially not in contagion range, does not kill a Carnivore. Like, from the last cannon should drop one of the hits or the wounds at some point, and the auto cannon needs 5s to wound, and because I've got my arm behind this wall, I have a 3-up save versus the auto cannon because I'm not in contagion range. This thing should not statistically die to this. In which turn, my turn then, this thing runs over and goes and absolutely twats this thing and just bodies it. Because the Plague Marines come out, shoot the Sorcerer away, then he has a clean shot to go and punch a Predator in the face. So I'm like, cool, we'll do that, we'll take that there. Also means that if he wants to put last cannons at that, they don't get to fire down at Mortarion, which is, you know, quite nice. So again, it gives him a bad choice. Like, I have to try and save myself, but I probably average won't kill it. And if I don't shoot it, it's definitely going to kill me. So I probably can't shoot Mortarion. This Predator fires at Mortarion with the last cannon. 2 hits, 2 wounds, fail both my saves, and Mortarion ends up taking, I think he takes 10 damage, and I feel no pain that down to, I think I take it down to 7, so he's down to 9 wounds off that. So I'm like, cool, that was fun. I was like, alright, fair enough. Thankfully the auto cannon doesn't do much. And then this Predator, so the Sorcerer shoots at the drone, he takes 3 wounds off it, doesn't get a very good wound roll. These guys here shoot, don't manage to kill it, so it's still alive, so they're going to have to charge it. So this Predator's like, okay, I'll just put my last cannons at this thing, and I'll put the cannon down here at something. 2 last cannon hits, 2 last cannon wounds, 2 fail invuln, double 6 the damage, bang, gone. Yay. It felt so bad. I was like, really? Really? But, you know, I can't say anything. I had the luck last game. This is, you know, it's the way it goes. It do be like that sometimes. It do be like that. So the Plague Marines charge, and they do end up killing this bloat drone here. And the Mortar's trying to chip away. I think they were trying to chip away, actually, at trying to get some more damage onto... He doesn't actually shoot a Poxwalkers at home. I think he shot one of them there, and he whiffed completely, so then he just tried to put it into... He wanted to kill the bloat drone without having to, like, charge onto the point. He wanted to, like, try and kill it with shooting, so he wanted to, like... He stood a couple guys on the point here so he could grenade. And then, basically, because of the angle he took, they would be safe from these Predators. But he couldn't do it, so in the end he had to go and charge onto it to kill that. The bloat drone... The PBCs couldn't get it for him. So, in my turn, I get Assassination and Cleanse, so I'm like... Hello, Sorcerer. That's a nice assassination right there. Cleanse is a little annoying because I'm like, oh, that's a bit bugger. So I have to get my, out. I have to get my guys out onto the point to either do Cleanse or come and kill the Sorcerer. We have the Predator here. Everything's just sort of starts moving out over here. That thing comes to there. Mortarion's coming up to here. I heal Mortarion. I also smoked Mortarion when he took that Predator hit. So it's 2 CP on Mortarion. I do manage to heal 3, thank God, on Mortarion. So Mortarion's still chugging. That's alright. The PBC drives up to get contagion range on these fellas here, which is, again, fine by me. So we contagion range on these guys. Oh, these blood drones have moved up aggressively. Sorry. So we open fire at stuff and pretty much managed to kill the Sorcerer. We managed to kill this squad of Plague Marines plus all the characters. So that gets assassination, which is quite nice. So they're gone, which is real nice. I'm happy with that. Our indirect kills another squad, or I think it actually picks up the Nurgle. So now we have 3 kills. So that gives us kill more, which is why we kill more than him. Cleanse wise, I actually end up using this PBC to cleanse because again we killed that, and I was like, the mortar from this one and this one killed the Nurgling. I was like, okay, I could shoot the colours, but I'd rather get the points for cleanse. I've already killed enough to get kill more. And the squad over here start cleansing over here. I think the round does it. These guys popped out just in case they had to shoot that thing. Now my opponent rapid ingressed here with Death Shroud. I shot one of my autocannons up, and in true fashion, which is usually me, they have a 3-up save against it because, you know, AP2 because they're infantry, and he's got cover. He fails 2 of them, so that actually goes down to 1 guy and a lot of contagion, which was, you know, pretty. But I was like, okay, that's pretty cool. It's, you know, swings and roundabouts on the old thing there. What you call it? What's the word? Luck. But yeah, okay, so not too bad so far. So we're taking over the bottom. It's just a bit annoying that Morty's taking an absolute battering and stuff. So my opponent gets extended battle lines. So he drives this PVC into here, brings the cultist out to make sure he gets it. This thing can't just make it 2 yet. And the cultist got onto it. So he's getting extend. He also got behind enemy lines, but he ends up bringing in Typhus down here so he can basically smite Mortarion. And his tanks start moving down, and this Predator comes to here, like that. This Predator moves up there. This Predator comes over here. And the Death Shroud move up. Now, the Predator shoots at the... So let's look. So he gets some odd more shots into Mortarion, manages to weaken him down to... I think he gets him down to, like, 5 wounds, then Mortarion smites him down to 2. So Morty's real weak at the moment. He tries to finish him off with the mortars, doesn't manage to get it, which is, you know, lucky on my end. But he does manage to pop, I think this Predator up here pops this bloat drone here, like that. The Death Shroud come out into the middle. They charge into this PBC. Do a bit of damage to it, but they don't kill it. They mainly get to the point. They don't manage to kill it though. Again, this is the get quite lucky on the saves, to be honest, and because he can't reduce the save because of Mortarion giving it the ignore modifier, so he can't make the save worse because you get to ignore the -1 save characteristic, which is quite nice. So that thing sticks around when it probably shouldn't have. And then he tries to make a charge here with Typhus, doesn't make it just yet, which is kind of lucky for us. So in my turn, I get Sabotage, which is the one thing I really don't want on a turn like this, and Engage on all fronts, which again is not exactly ideal. So I probably should have brought this Predator in up here, but I bring it in down here. I just sawed off Sabotage. I'm not getting it. And at this point, I can't be spending activations to be standing around doing actions. I need to be killing stuff. So we do a lot of shooting in the middle, and we managed to basically this PVC has to fall back. We managed to kill these Death Shroud in the middle here. This guy fell back this way to get Contagion up here. Kill that. The last cannons managed to fire and kill this Predator here, which is quite nice. So we get the auto cannons. The last cannons managed to pick that up. The heavy bolters and stuff, and all the little plink shots, all the little havoc launchers just add up so much. All the little havoc launch stuff pick up the cultists. We kill that, which is quite nice. I can't really do much up here though, unfortunately. Now, what I should have done, I should have just brought the Rhino or something, just charges and kept tagging it just to annoy it, so it gets -1 to hit and stuff. But I didn't because, you know, reasons. And then we just drove up a little bit as well. Morty just basically just staying with the squad. I was trying to keep him away from Typhus, just trying to keep him alive. Probably should have just honestly gone down and punched Typhus, but I really wanted to keep the aura and all these things to keep them sort of chugging along as best as possible. But we're going to kill the Predator, which is quite happy. So he's got 1 Predator less now. All the PBCs have got them everywhere. And very soon this board is going to have nothing but tanks on it, pretty much. So comes to my opponent's turn. So this is the last turn I'm going to kill more. So round 3, again, I'd engage on all fronts, which I managed to get for Babby. Because this guy here doesn't manage to get across. So it comes to my opponent's turn. My opponent has Assassination, and this is the turn that Morty does actually end up going down because of the thingy. He also charges him with the Death Shroud, Lord of Contagion, and kills so both my characters die anyway. But he does have Area Denial, and he can't actually get this Predator dead here. Because he's got 1 Predator that shoots and finally whiffs. And this one just couldn't quite get the angles. I think it was more like that. So he couldn't kill that one. So he doesn't manage to get Area Denial. I think he gets Baby One. He gets a little Baby One. That's about it. Because obviously I'm within... Oh no. He has to have none of my units within 3 inches of the center, which I do have a unit within 3 inches of the center. So yeah, he didn't manage to get that. But in his turn, because he killed the Icon Bearer and the Plague Marines and Mortarion... and this Rhino also dies to this Predator kills this Rhino. He got 4 kills. I'm not going to get 4 kills to him. So he actually ends up starting to get, this thing charges and kills a Plague Burst Crawler. So he has a really good turn where he just kills like everything was rolling and doing a lot of damage, which is, you know, pretty damn good. So into my turn, I drew Storm Hostile Objective and bring it down. So actually him taking this objective off the PvC was a bit of a blessing in disguise, because now I could just storm it, so I just drove over to it. These guys all shot Typhus and Co to death. And then our second one was bring it down. We do manage to kill one of his tanks. I think it was this Predator over here. Goes down, so we put the last cannons up this way. So last cannon, because the boat drone flew and put contagion on it. And then all the auto cannons managed to kill Typhus and Co down here. And then we charged into this thing, and this is basically where the game of bumper cars began for the rest of the game. This is all that will now happen, is we will be bumper cars. This thing came around to shoot. We're just going to bumper cars each other for the entire rest of the game. So my opponent does get kill more that turn, annoyingly, which is upsetting. It is what it is. In his turn, he gets overwhelming force and no prisoners. He shoots my guys back here. I don't know why I kept them on the objective. I will learn this lesson later on, and I do take them off it. This PvC is charged onto here, by the way, so he's in combat with this guy as well. So he does get overwhelming force there. Yeah, so I do Rocketeer. For people who will say it, because I know what the explanation is, I'm saying. Yeah, so as Steven says there, that's exactly right. So you can ignore modifier to the characteristic, just not to the saving throw itself. So the -1 save characteristic you can ignore. It's just you can't ignore saving throw things. So having Morty around is pretty damn helpful. So at this point, the entire board is just going to become absolute bumper cars. So my opponent gets overwhelming force, no prisoners. So he kills the cultist for one squad, and then this blood run goes down for the second thing, and he gets overwhelming for one. I drew the exact same secondaries. Now these guys have charged out to kill, to try and kill this Plague Crawler. They don't manage to get it. So in my turn, we managed to basically shoot one of these. We shoot this PvC. We managed to kill that one, which gives us one overwhelming, and then we can kill the we managed to finish off one, but not a lot of contagion there. So we get 2 no prisoners, 1 overwhelming, and bear in mind, this has been sticky for my opponent as well, so he's been getting quite a lot of primary as well. This one, I managed to control more because I controlled the middle, I controlled the bottom, and I controlled here, but he had still 2. But the final turn basically was overwhelming force, no prisoners, and it basically ended with a giant car jam. We had a load of cars in combat of each other, and it kind of ended a little squeaky than we thought, a 93-84 victory, but it basically became a car jam at the end. But my opponent thought that he was getting extremely lucky on his rolls. Like Morty just went down super quick. The cannon over there should have killed that Predator, which means like I wouldn't have been getting shot by it for an entire other turn. But it was a really fun game in the end. It was really enjoyable. The cultist came on somewhere and got mortared off in reserve, so that wasn't one of his kills on his turn. But it was a really funny game. Just seeing so many tanks on the table is a bit absurd. But like I said, this is the one probably I remember the least in my head, because it was just again, it was such a slog of just bloody tanks smacking into each other. But it was a great game, so thank you, Harry. So we go to game 3. So this is the interesting one. This is one I do bloody remember. This is Eldar. So you want to know how it looks to fight Eldar? Here we go. So this is Pierce Condren, who's Epstein our Discord. He plays for Team Islands, who's a very good player. And he's playing the Warhost detachment. So he's going to have... What Warhost gives him is extra tokens to spend in his movement bullshit. And he's also going to have 3 units that can, every turn, get out of a transport, shoot, and then re-embark the same transport before I even get a go. So he's going to have 3 units hopping in and out of transports from behind walls, doing whatever he wants. And there's not really much I can do about it, which is pretty damn painful to say for sure. I'm going to be real cheeky. 1 second. So I was asking Mrs. for a drink, so I'm running out. My throat's a bit dry. Oh, don't worry, I do a Rocketeer. It's quite a confusing one. It happens, mate. It got everyone. I have to explain it to everyone. So Pierce is rocking Azaman, who is the horrendous deletes all Terminators guys. He's got Eldred, which can give his squads +1 to wound and gives him extra CP and stuff. Fugan, the absolute tank melter himself, with 10 fire dragons to join him. Lycus, so all these are Phoenix Lords. We've got Lycus, the Warp Spider teleporting lady, very scary. Mogan Ra, who has an absurd ability where he shoots a target and then rolls a dice for every single unit within 6 inches of that model that he shot. And it's like splashes mortal wounds on everything, which is a bit wild. Then he's got 10 Storm Guardians, 1 squad of Dark Reapers, 1 squad of Dire Avengers, 1 massive squad of Fire Dragons, a squad of Rangers, a squad of Shroud Runners, which are the Bite guys, 2 squads of Striking Scorpions, which have Scout and Infiltrate, which is very scary, 3 squads of Warp Spiders, 1 Wave Serpent, and 2 Falcons. So, it's quite a scary matchup for sure, this one. So, into reserves, my opponent put absolutely nothing. Every single thing of his is on the board. In this one, I put my War Dog in reserves. I put my... I'm trying to think, do I put my... I think I put my Plague Heavy Bolter in reserves. Pretty sure I did. Everything else on the board. My Icon Bearer went solo this game because I was under the impression that if my Plague Marines get seen, they're going to die instantly. So I put them in the Rhino, and the Icon Bearer didn't actually go in the Rhino because I know I'm going to need him elsewhere. More than likely. Morty's on the board, so yeah, right, cool. So what we do then is we start deploying. So I do the sort of usual thing, and I'm a bit cautious. So I put, obviously I'm really scared of Eldar speed, so I'll just kind of like castle up, put a unit of cultists across the front here. I put another unit of cultists here. But what I do is I make sure that because he's got Scout and Infiltrate, it means he can put his Striking Scorpions, which he does like here. And if he gets second turn, he can basically just run away to safety or run over that safety. But because they're so fast, he can deploy here and charge this. So, oh, thank you very much. Thank you. Is that just yours? No. It is, isn't it? You just brought me your brew. So he's probably going to come and like just absolutely murder me. Because one thing I've been warned about from a friend of the friend Zito, and Ebbs is a friend of the channel, but Zito told me that I'm going to get jailed, which is not obviously a great thing to hear. I don't like getting jailed. That sucks. It is what it is. I have 1 Plague Bus Crawler on the side here because I'm like, okay, cool. Should be fairly safe, you know, just here, just chilling. Predator here, Predator back here, just trying to stay safe as much as possible, and a Predator here. I did have them all on the table, actually, Jesus. Morty's chilling in the middle. Nice, the goat. She's pretty good, I'll give her that, she's pretty good. Then we have the Poxwalkers, once again, doing God's work on home. We have the Rhino over here. This Rhino just want to go and basically try and get to Happy Place over there. Bloat Drone behind, Bloat Drone behind. And another Bloat Drone just sort of over here chilling. So, okay, this is probably the best I can do. My opponent is just absolutely a madman. He just can put anything anywhere because this stuff is... When I say Eldar is fast, oh my god, Eldar is fast. It is horrendous. So this Falcon has Mogan Ra in it. This Wave Serpent is the one with Fuegan. This Falcon has the Dire Avengers and Azaman inside it. And then his Warp Spiders basically just are existing pretty much everywhere because they can move 24 inches in a turn. So it's just whoop, whoop, whoop. Another one, so another squad. Whoop. Storm Guardians are on his home, just holding that. He puts his Rangers over here. Unit of Shroud Runners. The Dark Reapers are in this Falcon. So all these are in transports. And we roll first turn, and Epsy gets, Pierce gets first turn. So I'm about to get charged. So what I've actually done is I've left a nice line behind my Plague Bus Crawls. So these guys, these pullers, can fall back behind the Plague Bus Crawls. So they're safe from being charged. Not so much can be said for this squad, so I just try and, you know, make a barricade as much as I can. His turn comes along, and these fellas come screeching down at Mach 10 to here. So do these guys come absolutely blitzing down the damn place. Sorry, this drone is here, actually. Actually gets in combat. And it's so absurd how fast this army is. And then the Wave Serpent with the Fire Dragons comes flying down to here, like that, and drops off the Fire Dragons, who, because of Fugan, have an 18-inch range, which is just enough to get him inside of this Rhino here. This transport here comes flying on down all the way to here, manages to disembark Mogan Ra, because again, it's got like a 24-inch move, this thing, to here. And then Azuman, just everything else will just shuffles up. Shuffles up, shuffles up. So these guys are basically just going to charge and lock me up so I can't get out. These 5 Rangers shoot, absolutely pop this Rhino. It's not even funny. They overkill it by like 14 damage. The Plague Marines had to get out. Mogan Ra shoots at this PBC. He's just looking to do plink damage because, again, it's going to get back in this Falcon so it can't shoot. Plink damage turns to real damage, and he one-shots this Plague Burst Crawler, which I am like, oh my god, this actually might just be over already. These Striking Scorpions charge in, absolutely kill all the cultists, and kill half my Plague Marine squad. Oh, sorry, the Icon Bearer is alive. He's just in the middle of this little pile here. He's just chilling. Can't get attacked, but he's just chilling. Not having a great time there at all. These Striking Scorpions then charge in, lock up some stuff, kill a few cultists, but not all of them. I think they leave like it's like a single cultist lives because he managed to get an angle. Because again, they're just so down. I really underestimate how fast this army is. So I have a single cultist alive. It's not a great start. That's for absolute sure. Let me just get this picture took because that's the only thing. I didn't actually record this on my app, so I'm going off the very picture I got off Pierce's phone. So my opponent had Airy Denial. So he puts his out in the front. He does put, where are they? What did he put out? Did he put, is it the Rangers he put out there? I think he moved his Rangers and moved them like that. Something ridiculous. It was something real freaking fast and all that. So I'm basically like getting battered here already. So I'm like, great. So he managed to get this was the thing. I remember how he got this now. He put this Wave Serpent in the corner, or Falcon, whatever it is, they look the same to me, and got Airy Denial. Now, we messed this up. I thought of saying something, but it didn't click in my head, and it didn't click in his head. It was a complete accident. He wasn't trying to cheat. It was we blundered. We played Airy Denial as being within 6 inches of the middle. He's got to be within 3 inches of the middle. So he gets max points in Airy Denial. Don't worry, I get Airy Denial later, and because he realizes he fucked up, I get to play it the exact same way, and I get to score it from 6 inches as well. 40k is a confusing game, especially game 3 in a single day. Your brain starts turning off, starts getting hazy. So we just resolved it the best we could. Flythirst, $10 super chat. Thank you very much, mate. Good afternoon. Just joining in. I was wondering how your Plague Burst crawls did during that. They are awesome. They are expensive, barely a bit too expensive, but especially if you play like I do, just having the ability to shoot where you need them to, well, especially when it doesn't die turn one, that would be nice. It's just really good. They are genuinely just a really, really good unit to have. I really enjoy them again. I just wish they were a little cheaper, to be honest. So we're not having an exactly grand time here. It's not going well. But no, it's more like that. It is. And then this is the bit that gets you. These fire dragons then get back in the transport. So they're hiding, and these Mogan Ra gets back in the transport. All of this has just shot me, killed all that, and there's not much I can really do about it. So I'm having a grand old time. It was kind of scary. These have all moved up, by the way. So in my turn, I'm like, oh, this bad, this real bad. So I'm like, okay, we've got to try and make something happen. So I get on my turn, no prisoners and extend battle lines. So my cultist that's in here somewhere, tiny cultist, there's one cultist. I think it might be two, maybe score two. They battle shock. And that's bad because they are the only thing that can realistically make it to the center point, because they were right on the edge. And with a 6-inch move on the fallback, that is these ones weren't in combat. I killed myself out of combat range, so a 6-inch move in advance could get me to the point, but the battle shocked. So what we did is, well, okay, we need to make this work now. Do the best we can. We have Mortarion come up a bit like that to get within 6 inches of the cultist, because when you're battle shocked, your OC is modified to 0, and if you're within 6 inches of Mortarion, you can ignore all modifiers. So actually, you get your OC back. So that means that this cultist managed to basically get the OC back to hold the objective, so that we can basically score extend battle lines, which is really good. Ladies Chicken, thank you so much for the 5 GT memberships. Didn't have to do that, you muppet. Thank you so much. And congrats to people that got membership there. So that was, I was quite smart to play. Even Pierce was like, well, I was like, okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I'll give you that one. Um, so I was quite happy with that because I moved and advanced this dude here, the icon bearer, and unfortunately don't manage to make this objective because that's why I had to do this instead. But I do manage to pop the banner and get this wave serpent just within range of contagion, because of 12-inch contagion. So we shoot at this wave serpent here with the predators. We do manage to pop it, and that pops out the fire dragons. Unfortunately, nothing is in range to, because he gets out of range of the contagion for that, so I'm not going to mortar them. We do manage to kill and spray off the 2 units of striking scorpions that were in our face, which is really nice. So I owe Greg Spearhead Game and some Precision. Jesus Christ, thanks, Laser Chicken. That's a lot to owe. Jesus Christ. So we do max no prison, we do max extend. So even though we are still really trapped in our deployment, we're not really getting out to any primary, we're not going to hold anything because these aren't going to be here at the end of the turn, let's be honest. We do manage to get really good secondaries, and that's going to be really important in this game for us to keep getting secondaries. Losing a PBC first turn is obviously not great. It's not ideal, but it is what it is. So, you know, it's the best we can do. So opponent's turn, he gets behind enemy lines. Oh, so bring it down and EC, which stands for something like what does he stand for? But he's also holding primary. He's got a lot of primary. He's got this. Oh, the Shroud Runners are here, by the way. I couldn't do anything about them. The Shroud Runners on this point. So he gets 50 units primary. So he gets bop, bop, bop. Dead nice thing for that. So he brings these fire dragons down to here. Oh, these blood dragons move to like this. I'm just trying my best to break out. So these flew as much as they could towards the end, just to try and get out. Fire dragons come down. Azerman's squad hops out of the transport. They're basically just going to kill these cultists and this icon bearer, and they hop back in the transport. Mogan Rary boys do the exact same over here. They hop on out. Now, as they hop on out, this here predator, or maybe this one that's sticking his head out, is the Plague Heavy Bolter Predator. And I'm like, you know what? I need to do something. Fuck this shit. And I declare an Overwatch because we're within 24. And the Plague Heavy Bolters sing true. And we get 3 sixes, which turns to 3 lethals, 3 sustained hits, wounded on 2s, rolling 1s, all at AP2. And we managed to kill all of them, plus the all kind of gets a hit as well, par the Exarch and par Mogan Ra. So it's a really nice little pickup on the Overwatch there. Now, because I did that, though, my opponent is then 3 to do what he does next, which is these Warp Spiders, flicker jump, string out in front of me there. These Warp Spiders, flicker jump, string out in front of me down here. And I am once again trapped in my goddamn base. So I can't get out again, which is brilliant. So he's putting me in jail really well. So he shoots this squad to death. Absolutely. Shoots this squad to death. Fugan and Co shoot and they don't actually kill this blood runner. It makes a lot of saves, but the Warp Spiders, I think, finish that thing off there. And then these guys scoots around here because they can do all the scooty nonsense. But once again, all my tanks are going to be basically stuck in spawn. Azerman jumps back in the transport, and Mogi Boy also jumps back in the transport because again, they keep jumping back in transports, which is, you know, frustrating just a little bit. But it is what it is. So he managed to bring it down because he kills the bloat drone. That was his 2 points for the bloat drone there. And he's got his EC. I can't remember. Is it engaged on fronts? He gets 5 points for something. Extend lines. Sorry, his handwriting. His L. He flexes L's very much to get extend. So he gets extend because he got this. So again, I'm trying to get out of here. He's got 15 on primary this turn. He's probably going to get it again. So I'm like, okay, I need to try and get some primary off him. Mate, I'm so glad you put me on Play Carry Ballers, Don. Like, even though just bring the one he's just so impactful in the games where it matters. So my turn, I fly over these guys with Mortarion. Like, okay, normally I play Mortarion in the castle. I can't do it. Mortarion's the thing with fly. He has to get out of here now. He's got to go make an impact. So he flies over here. And, I also rapid ingress my dog on this turn over here. Because, again, that's the only angle I can, like, get out somewhere. So I move Morty here. I move the dog first, actually. I say, do you want a reactive move? He does. He doesn't get very much on the roll. And then Morty and the dog are basically going to try and make charges here, try and get stuff going. Obviously, we killed the Warp Spiders that are in front of us, because why wouldn't we? We got Cleanse and RA, Recover Assets. I can't be recovering assets. I need to be doing stuff this game. It is what it is. I have to be doing some form of getting points at this point. So this bloat drone manages to... This water actually walks up to here. Because I run straight up with the 14, because I was only 9 away. Because they reacted me to Morty, go over there. He goes and walks on there. He's probably just going to... I think he ends up cleansing, because Morty makes a charge, and I don't need his help to kill all them. So we get one cleanse off this turn. We do kill the warp spiders, which is good. You know, at least we kill some warp spiders. But again, our tanks are basically just stuck here, because again, we can't get out. This bloat drone moved in advance and managed to get out a bit. This bloat drone's moving down here, but he's obviously just going to get absolutely blasted by this thing. Again, there's not too much I can do. They're having to break out at this point. I'm having to make something happen. But we do manage to get 2 points on cleanse, but we only had 5 on primary, because all we had is our home objective. So, comes to Pierce's turn. Pierce gets, thank God, cleanse and recover assets as well. But again, he's ahead on primary. He's got 10. I can't stop him getting these 10. Bloat drones can fly. Yeah, bloat drones do have fly. So they flow over the warp spider, but all these tanks are trapped. He's doing a really good job at keeping me in. Like, I'm only here on, like, coming into turn 3, basically. So, he's got another 10 on primary. So far, Pierce has had 15, 10, 10. That's bad. That's bad for me. I've had 5 and a 10. Well, I'm about to get a 10. So he's at a 15 and a 10. And I've been held to 5 so far. So... Once again, this turn I did put the mortars into the fire dragons with the boil blight from here. We did kill a few, but not too many. We didn't manage to kill enough. We only killed like 4. Lycus, which is the last god of thingamajiggers, warp spiders, teleports back here. This is unfortunately the entropy cannon one because I'm an idiot. So they can't really overwatch well, and the button's over here. And she can shoot and charge. She shoots and kills all the plague marines. And she does once per game, she can flicker, jump, shoot, and charge. She charges this thing over here. This thing pisses off because he knows he can't really hold... Oh, Morty killed these rangers, by the way. Yay. So this guy cleansed, so we got 1 cleanse off. So these guys just absolutely star engine the fuck out. I'm never catching that again. Then the fire dragons moved the, like, stupid ass amount that they can move to, like, here. They shot and killed this. Oh, they actually went up that way. They shot and absolutely obliterated the bloat drone that was here. The shroud runners just sort of exist. I think he put some guys through the wall as well, and they shot that one because it's like Melter 3 and Fugan's Melter 6. So it was like, and they're all 24-inch range. So it was just a lot of like damage coming out. So he blew them up completely. Azuman and co. They hop out, they do the shooty bang bang thing to just try and do some chip down. I think they helped to kill the bloat drone just to make sure it died. But once again, they get back in the transport. It's so frustrating, all this transporting nonsense. But Lycus has got me trapped up at home now as well. So I've got even less assets to do stuff with because I'm just getting absolutely trapped in everything. So my turn comes along. I get secure no man's land area denial. And this is where it matters because basically... Morty does a move down to this way, and because I can get within 6 in the middle and get area denial, and this transport's more like this, so it's not within 6 stops. So he honors it, he messed it up, so he lets me have it as well. So I get the big area denial, which is nice for 5, and secure no man's land, which again this fella exists up here. Morty's got here, so actually this turn we held 10 on primary, which is nice. And now we're actually getting we're keeping our secondaries this game are keeping us in it. We're getting so many secondary points. Whereas Pierce is actually kind of struggling a bit. Like last turn, he didn't get any recover assets. He only got cleanse. So because he's not got many units, Eldar are still quite elite. And if you're going to hop in and out of transports all the time, you can't be doing actions because these things have to get back in and out. So it's quite hard for him to do. And this thing had to bolt. So if that thing stayed there this turn, this carnival runs around and comes and twats it, and then Morgan Raz is going to get killed next turn. So we had to run away. But again, very annoying. I can't shoot into combat with this thing here. I have to push out because primary is more important. So I start pushing out all my tanks. He's actually done a good job. He's like trapped the PBC so it can't fall back easily. We managed to kill a few, but Lycus lives on, I think she lives on like 4 wounds still there. So I don't manage to kill her. Then my opponent picks up these guys at the end of his turn because he can do webway portal thing nonsense. So Eldred gets picked up. And he draws behind enemy line and SH, which I can't remember what it is. It looks like an SH. Secure hostile. Or storm hostile, that's it. Storm hostile. So he brings Eldred back here, and he's basically trying to go for a 9-inch charge onto Poxwalkers to storm that. He also, my god, so speedy fast. These guys coming through here. Azerman, it gets out of the transport and moves super speedy fast. So the transport just star engines to here, gets out his guys on this side. And Pierce was taking a long time this turn. Nothing against that. He was proper thinking out. He was trying his best because basically he needed to hold me to some primary and try his best. So he had to shoot me with like pretty much most of his stuff and get a storm off me to get those secondary points he really needed me. And if he storms that, and then he wanted to try and flip this objective in the middle because he had Dire Avengers which have the like high OC each, then I'd be held to one objective again. These guys shoot, absolutely can obliterate this thing. This PBC goes bye-bye as well. Oh, that actually PBC didn't go bye-bye. No, I got lucky. That PBC... Oh, Control Z. That PBC lived, actually. Lycus fell back to shoot PBC, but this PBC just didn't die for some reason because he shot the Predator, popped that thing quite easily. He does get behind enemy lines with all of his units, so he gets behind enemy lines maxed. Then... So he's doing a good job over here. I did Overwatch. I couldn't. This is still this isn't this turn. So fast how Eldar can be. I keep forgetting. So he manages to. That's it. Yeah, this thing comes here. That thing comes there. They shoot up and actually kill this guy here. In my turn. So that's it. My thing goes. So once again, I'm held to 10. It doesn't make the charge, thankfully. In my turn, I get containment. Does it get containment? I get containment, which I do with... Oh, so that... Oh, so the knight did live then. Sorry, guys. Really, my brain was fried. I get containment off. For one, I think that Predator was more like that, and he drove to there and did that. Because I had to get the points. I had to prioritize the points. So he drove down there. That was it. So we had double containment because he went up there to do it on there, that edge, and he had to do that edge. My other one was Storm Hostile, but again, he wasn't on anything, only this Shroud running it down here, which I'm not going to get to, or his home objective, because that's sticky, so I couldn't do anything about that. So Mortarion, once again, is just like trying to defend an objective. Mortarion flew over to here. These guys are back in this Falcon. That stayed there. I couldn't go get them. So Mortarion's here. I've got one PBC. Yeah, this is it. We've got the PBC here. We killed a couple of fighters. There's just Fuegan left in this squad now, so all the fighters are thankfully dead. My Poxwalkers come out, charge into the Storm Guardians, don't kill him. Lycus does die last turn because she was on one wound. We just managed to pick her off. So this was the turn that it all mattered now because basically the score was close. Epsy got no prisoners and defend strongholds, which I can't really get to, so he's got that. So he's trying to figure a way to get me to hold. Because he's got 10 again. He got 10 again because he got this, and nothing I can do about that. He needs to kill units. I have in this squad here about, I think I have 3-ish about 5-6 Poxwalkers left because I lost some of the combat. So he pays to fall back and be able to shoot with this squad here. And this squad flies down. This transport flies down to here, and as that guy gets out. Azerman and the Dire Avengers. They've took a few losses, but not many. I think they lost 2 guys. These guys try to split fire now because he has to. So Mogan Ra shoots at the Plague Burst Crawler to try and kill it. He's just trying to get no prisoners points. And then the one shot of Fuegan gets saved on the 5 pinball. And we've talked about this, how important it is to have invulnerable saves on Demon Engines because we spike the invulnerable. We make the invulnerable, so he lives on that point. So good. Then Azerman and co shoot at the Poxwalkers squad here. With the we pop -1 to hit because again it's really important at this point. And because Eldar, and one thing we realized from this game is Eldar, because they haven't got the fate dice anymore, are actually way more susceptible to -1 to hit than you think. They don't have as many rerolls to hit. So actually he only kills them down to like 2 guys. And there's nothing he can do here because he spent the fallback and shoot on instead of Fuegan. So, because again, that was supposed to... So basically the idea was they were going to kill these guys. That's it. The Dark Reaper and Co. do end up managing to take this off the car. They do kill that thing. They kill that with the pulse laser and stuff. So I'm on 2 objectives at the moment. What I wanted to happen is these two wanted to die, so he wanted to kill Plague Bus Crawler, kill this, kill that. That would give him max and no prisoners. Then he needed to basically have Azaman's squad charge the Plague Burst Crawl back here. Because then that would out OC me on this. So I wouldn't have that primary in my turn. And then this squad here would need to like basically just walk onto my objective. So the idea being that I would have one objective at the end of the game. Pierce kind of forgot we have Sticky, so I basically could have just walked off here with that Stickied, gone and killed that. I'd have still hold 10 anyway. But what happened is this charge here into the PBC, he'd made it so he was against the wall. It was a 3-inch charge, and he'd used his last CP to do the fallback and shoot, and he rolled a fucking double one. So he thought it really mattered, and to be fair, it was a pretty satisfying moment to watch him roll the double one on the charge. I'm not gonna lie, no offense, Pierce, I love you, mate, but in reality, he kind of felt better when I told him it didn't matter because I just float down there, take that, and then I held 1-2 in home anyway because the Predator was there and these guys didn't make it on. So it was horrendously close because in my last turn I managed to hold a 15, which given I only had 5, 10, 10, that kind of brought it back up. But I also drew Defend Stronghold because again nothing was on it. The Predator just secured that, shot off some dudes, didn't really matter. And then my other one was I think it was Sabotage, something like that. So I think he just drove into there and just did it because he can't stop it because it's end of the game scoring. But we managed to hang on, even though there was like Eldar literally in my base all over, and there's just so many scrappy bits of them, and they're jumping in and out of transport. So we managed to get an 83-77 victory. So we only managed to pull it out by 6 points, but that's why that last turn took so long, because it really, really came down to like the wire on it. But it was a really good game. It's probably the best, one of the most fun games we've had. It was kind of wild, lots of jumping out of transports. Eldar are real fast, hit real hard, but they don't have as many rerolls apart from the Fire Dragon squad, so you can spike it as well, which is kind of mad to see. Alright, on to games I can remember a lot easier now because it was only yesterday. So, this is Rory. Rory is one of the best Custodes players I know. He's insane at Custodes. He's an absolute nightmare to face in Custodes. And this is playing Burden of Trust, which is the one map I really don't want to fight Custodes, because what we're going to find out is Rory has all the OC that he needs to take me constantly off objectives. I can kill anything he puts out on objectives, so we're basically going to score nothing this game, either of us. So it's going to come down to the secondaries, and that's kind of how it played out, as well as a few very important fluky dice rolls on both sides. So he had a Blade Champion, 1 squad of 5 Wardens, these guys with a once per game for Invulnerable Save, for Final Pain, 5 Shield Guard, 2 squads of Prosecutors, 1 squad of Witch Seekers, 3 squads of the Flying guys who can all rapid ingress for free on the same turn, so 3 squads coming down at the same turn, 1 squad big squad of 6, 2 squads free, 2 of the insanely scary Caladius Grav Tanks with the Blaze Cannons, Caladius Assassin and Draxus, who has like a really nice like sort of assassin-y, anti-infantry sort of shot with a psychic attack. So this is the deployment we're on. This is quite a simple deployment really. We have the Carnivore in reserves as per usual. We have the Heavy Bolter Predator also in reserves. Roy goes tank. Wardens are up here. Shield Guard are in here. He puts his Witch Seekers, which are the girls with the flamers with the Scout, here. Not Scout, they have Infiltrate, sorry. It might be Scout, I think it's Scout. Yeah, because he deploys them on air, he can either go back in behind here or straight forward. Unit Prosecutors, which is his Bolter Girls, them, and all 3 of the Flyboys are in reserves. Then mine, I obviously put on the line in case I get first so I can scout out sticky stuff and do things like that. We have the Rhino come down here, so we can get into this point over here. We go Classic, PBC, PBC, PBC. I do not risk peeking my head out there because I don't want to get it taken off. I go Predator, because again, I'm so scared of Caladius, and I need to start to learn not to be as scared of them. We go for a Bloat Drone just here, Bloat Drone down here, another Bloat Drone down here. I need to stop being so scared of those damn things, but they are horrendously scary. Poxwalkers on home, as per usual, and I have another unit close just at the front of these tanks in a line, just in case I need to get up here. And then Mortarion is chilling in the middle, and the Icon Bearer, again, I'm not out-OCing Custodians at any point in this one. I know everyone's saying be aggressive, but I didn't, and I'm going to pay for it like an idiot. But again, it's very scary to go into. So I'll put my little idiot in the front line again on his own, so I can try and get a Boil Blight turn 1 onto some Wardens. And yeah, basically, that's about all we have for deployment. So I'll make rolled up my score now. Because this one, I actually have good memory on this one, because it turns out when you play it yesterday, it's a lot easier to remember. So I go first. I get 3, 2, 1. There we go. I get area denial and containment. So pretty happy with that, because I literally just have this guy here, this one idiot. He's gonna move and advance out. So we sticky it with the colours. They move out. They sticky, and then they fall back. So I'm not gonna put out 2 assets for free. This idiot moves and advances out to here. He gets the he gets the banner. He pops the banner so I can get these Wardens in contagion range and all this stuff here. So he's going to score me area denial and get that. Containment, this thing literally goes to here and does containment. This round drives to the point, doesn't get the guys out yet, and does containment down this board edge. Everyone else kind of shuffles up, sort of just posturing a little bit. Nothing crazy happening so far. These girls have gone behind the wall, by the way. Oh, so they went here. They didn't know Overwatch because, again, 3-up armor save. Unlikely it's going to do anything. So we pop Boil Blight and we fire all our mortars over here. We managed to pick up 2 Wardens and drop 1 to a single wound, which is really nice to weaken that Warden squad, because that's the thing I'm scared of the most. My colours scouted up here, moved in advance, and managed to get behind this wall, which again was really nice. You know, managed to try and get some prime. Well, I was hoping to get at least 1 turn of primary. This squad of Wardens can advance and charge, but I did it in a way that if he moves, advances, and charges, he'll have to finish his charge on this side of the wall and can't get back through, which means then obviously we've got these 2 Predators down here. We're thinking ahead, can then swing and shoot the Wardens, which would be quite nice for us. So these guys come to here, and that's basically all his first turn. We're just trying to preserve assets. We don't want to give him too much to start with. But then Rory gets his first turn. He draws area denial as well, and no prisoners. So he brings out his prosecutors for area denial. This guy is obviously going to get absolutely obliterated. He moves out the Wardens, he pops advance, and then he actually goes for the advance and charge, so he rolls a 6 on the advance. I didn't think he would, to be honest. This Cladius comes over here. It can see down at the Rhino here, its ass sticking out. These guys have moved, these guys advance. Inquisitor Drax is sticking out the side, so you can shoot that. They don't manage to get to the point just yet, though. And then Rory decides not to shoot the Rhino, because obviously if he shoots it, I will get my Plague Marines out onto the objective, and then in my turn they will unbattle shock, and I'll get primary, so he doesn't shoot it. But he does charge over here. He does absolutely obliterates these cultists, and he manages to get a few guys behind, but only 1 Warden is still out. Tempest Rain, I can remember these 2 a lot better, because these were fresh yesterday. The other 3 are a bit of a stretch. It's hard to remember everything, but this one I do remember. So they've come out here. So that's going to get him 2 on no prisoners, because he kills this character in the middle of all this shooting here. And then he gets area denial, for baby area denial, because my cultists are right in the corner of this building. And on this terrain, that is within 6 of the centre, just. So he only gets baby area denial, whereas because he was in deployment, he was back there. I, in my turn, moved right to the corner. So yeah, nice, simple, and easy one. So it comes to round 2. I get Extend Battle Lines and Secure No Man's Land, which is like the absolute god pairing, thank Christ. Now what I do is, I know right now, if I move here at all, that he is basically going to reactive move onto the objective. Which is fine. And it's not fine, because then he gets primary. There's not much I can do about it. So what I do is, I wiggle my Rhino up and I say, hey, do you want a reactive move? He said, because I point out to him he can get on primary. He's like, yeah, go on, I'll reactive move. He takes primary. I'm okay with that to a degree, because then I move this bloat drone, advance it, and get within range of the Wardens, who now can no longer reactive move, yeah? Predator pokes his head out. Second Predator pokes his ass out as well. So we've got 2 Predators potentially that are just going to light up these Wardens. Obviously, if I kill it, he's going to pull the one that's in the open, and then get the rest in. But I have mortars to try and finish off the rest of the squad there, which is fair enough. Now, we also need to get secure no man's land, so we need to get another objective. So these guys run out to here, and these bloat drones just move to, again, sort of stagey a little bit here, is what it is. So these cultists move out, so we can secure no man's land if we just kill these sisters here. We put 5 OC on it. He's only got 4 in it anyway, so we take it regardless. So this Predator, these guys have like shuffled a little bit. Again, I'm too scared of these grav tanks. I need to just start getting out more and just like pushing harder. But again, I'm an idiot. So it comes like this guy moves to here. These guys are now loan up 18. They will be loan up 18 for the rest of the game. These shield guard, because Drax's ability, she gives them loan up 18 on a 2-up, which is frustrating because it means I can't mortar them, because obviously I'd love to mortar that squad, but oh well. So over here, there's one warden in the open. -1 save is on them. They're infantry, so I'm AP2. AP3, because there's -1 save contagion. So I'm like, okay, cool. I will just shoot the Predator normal. I won't Boil Blight because I'm already putting you on your run with this one, and then I can see how much damage he does, and I can Boil Blight if I need to with the drone and finish off the mortars. This one Predator then proceeds to kill the entire unit, even for a 4-up feel no pain. How? It got 5 wounds with the autocannon. Somehow. Don't know how. Marty's like here because I tipped him so he could see the 6-inch auto. So ignoring the -1 to wound because of this guy. So this closest one that I was ignoring mods managed to get it through and basically killed a lot of yeah, a lot of guys. So the Blade Champion lives, but that's actually quite a big deal because I was like, oh okay, that's now I can Boil Blight elsewhere. So we basically just start chucking some Boil Blights down at the sister squad here. We managed to, I think we actually end up killing all of them. Yeah, we do actually end up killing all that squad there. So the sisters there die from the mortars and the -1 save the Boil Blight. Because one thing is as well, when we take back control as objective, our infection kicks back on, so our contagion range starts from the center of the objective, which managed to get the sisters in. So then we could shoot them. So we shot those to death there. And the Blade Champion was alive, but again, he's only 1 OC, so we held this point with this blood drum, which is a really nice feeling. So happy time there. That was pretty good. So then Rory's turn. Rory gets extend battle lines and overwhelming force. So you can imagine how this goes. Cultist. He rapid ingresses in this. This bird squad. I did bring my Rhino around. Apologies because they were there. They moved down to there. That was the move that triggered the reactive move. So the Rhino came around to here. They came to here. This bloat drone unit came to around here and here, so they could spray that. We shot at the Custodian Shield Guard this turn. Did a little bit of damage, but not too much. We killed like 2 guys, I think. All the bolters and stuff, though, however, from the -1 save here, managed to drop the sister squad here, so they are gone as well. But then Rory is going to punish me now. So this Cladius moves down. These bird guys jump across here. These guys have the double shoot once per game thing as well, so just bearing that in mind, that's the thing. This Cladius comes and touches onto this point to stop me getting the, because he's got OC4 plus the 1, so 5 beats me out on there. He's out OC me here. This Cladius shoots this Rhino and puts 3 wounds on it. I roll 3 saves and make 2 6s, so the Rhino takes 8 damage and lives on 2, which is fucking hilarious given that's a Cladius shooting a Rhino. That should not be alive. But the shots from the doodad guys here managed to kill it and get the guys out. I completely forget Shield Guard shoot twice as well. This Cladius shoots down and managed to pop this one here. These guys also get picked up on a shooting bang charge there. So I have a couple Plague Marines left after being double shot. That block drone's dead. These cultists dead. After getting charged by these bird boys. So there's not much left there. I have 3 Plague Marines here left alive. So I lost a couple from the second shooting. Got quite lucky in saves. But I've lost my block drone there and I've only got 1 more alive here. I have rapid ingressed my Carnivore here. Because again, if all that's shooting down there, he's free to now come and clobber and smack this tank to death here. Which is quite nice. So he does get extend battle lines and overwhelming force for max because again the cultists were on an objective, the Rhino was on the objective, so he gets the overwhelming force for max as well. So really nice. And again he's head on primary because these guys held it at the start of his turn. So start of my turn, once again I'm on no primary because this Caladius has took me off here OC wise. I'm not here. I've just got home and it's burden, so home's worth nothing. So at this point I'm like, right, okay, again Aiden, just start fucking sending this shit. I need to start going. I'm like, go. Start pushing out a bit now. We got to start killing stuff. But I was going to move that there, and I was like, no, I can't, because I need to shoot this squad here really badly, and I have barely anything to shoot it. So what we actually do is we actually drive this one and this one within the wall, which is within 18 of this unit. So they can actually mortar it, because it's 18-inch loan up. The bloat drone flies over to spray them, the Plague Marines move up to shoot them. I've got this Predator stats coming out to here, this Predator stats coming out to here. So we've got lots of shots coming down. This Carnivore runs to come and kill this Cladius. I forget this detachment as a 6-inch reactive move, which tanks can use, which is super uncommon. So this thing reactive moves like right into the corner, so now I can't charge it, which is, you know, quite upsetting, quite annoying. But we managed to shoot. So this turn, our mission is we get overwhelming force and storm hostile objective, which is kind of funny, given the irony of it all. So we managed to shoot at the Shield Guard and Draxus with the mortars, the flamers, and the Plague Marines, and they managed to actually kill it with a Boil Blight. They managed to kill the remaining guys, and enough as well to kill Draxus. So that is our double overwhelming force. And then the Predators up here managed to kill these bird boys. We also brought it from reserves our Predator, because it's turn 3. If we bring it in his deployment zone, because he left a big hole. So he rapid ingresses his big 6-man squad here, because he wants to come and try and, you know, punch and kill some stuff. And it also takes my temptation away, because I could shoot everything at his home objective and kill him off it, and then he doesn't get Burden of Trust. But I couldn't resist shooting this squad here. It's too tasty for a Predator with, you know, flat 3 damage cannon. And he's also rapid ingress the other squad here, because again, it's all 3. So I shoot at this squad, and this heavy bolter Predator once again strikes true and manages to kill 3 of the squad, and that is with one of them with the Presidium Shield, which gives it 4 wounds, so that guy absorbed 2 autocannon shots. So if he didn't have that, this Predator would have actually killed 4 of the damn things, which is really impressive. The Carnivore charged into the Blade Champ, who was against the wall here, and these guys had managed to storm down here, which is quite nice. Oh, we got Storm there, so yeah, that was our Storm. So then, yeah, these are dead here, but it didn't matter, we got Storm anyway. The Carnivore then swung 6 attacks, charged with the Bloat Run as well, 6 attacks at the Shield Captain, hitting on 2s, wounded on 2s. I put 5 saves on him, and he passes every single fucking invuln, because Custodes effect, which is, again, super annoying. So this is, you know, you think, okay, this is looking pretty good for me, but this Bloat Drone is on, like, it's on not the greatest wounds. These guys are pretty weak as well. And it comes into Rory's turn. Rory gets Sabotage and Engage in all fronts, so he just does the nonsense thing with his Cladius, which can go up and down. She comes in here and does Sabotage, because she can do that anywhere. The Grav Tank over here, once again, just decides to touch the point to deny me primary again. Which is, again, very frustrating. As long as this Carnivore dies anyway, but he's got this Cladius here. So this Cladius moves up, these guys move up as well. This Cladius shoots down, manages to one-pop the Carnivore, so again, no primary for me again, which just feels bad. The Bird Boys here fly over this way to come and sort of punch me that way. This Cladius pops this Predator here. I managed to kill, I put all the little plink shots this way, but only killed like 2 of the little buggers. But then down here, the Cladius, because he had to put his guns up at the Carnivore, charges in and tank shocks the Bloat Drone and drops it to 2 wounds, or 3 wounds. It's really close to death. And then, these Venatari multi-charge. So he puts 2 of the Venatari into the Bloat Drone, only 1 into the Plague Marines. And I've got 3 Plague Marines alive. So I'm actually like, you know what? I'm going to -1 damage this. Because if I live with the 2 guys, that means I'm going to have 4 OC, which means that if I kill these Bird Boys next turn with shooting, I can contest this Cladius who's not going to get primary. So I was like, okay, cool. I'm basically always picking real ones to wound Philippe Porter. Very rarely I'll pick the other 2, but sometimes it will, sometimes. So he brings them down, so he tries. So I actually pop -1 damage here. So I'm like, okay, we'll pop -1 damage, and we live with 2 Plague Marines. The maths actually worked out. We lost 1 Plague Marine, but we managed to make a save. Then he manages from his 10 attacks to put 8 wounds onto this this fetid Bloat Drone. So he puts 8 5 invulnerable saves on this Bloat Drone, and then I roll it, and I get 8 5 invulnerable saves. And someone was watching at the time, and Rory just went, well, that's a fucking roll. And I was like, yep, that's a roll. So what's actually happened here now is that bloat drone is alive, which means I have OC on there a bit more than usual. And then the Plague Marines also managed with Heavy Plague Marines to clap back and kill one of the Venatari as well. So he's still at OC in me. Yeah, that Necro was the one that saw it. Yeah, it was you on account. It was fucking insane. But so I don't hold the point. But what it means is I have assets now to make sure that he's definitely not going to hold the point. These guys are charged over here. I think they do manage to do a bit of damage to this thing. I think they do manage to kill it even. So he's still doing a really good job because I'm still only going to have no primary again. I just get my guard for home. So Rory's doing an amazing job of just denying me primary super badly. It's painful. But in my turn 4, I get cleanse and no prisoners. So I'm like, okay, we can do this. We can cleanse and no prisoners. So the tank drives into here. This tank drives to here. The bloat drone can fall back and shoot. He just gets out of combat, so he can't get killed by the blade champ. We do a cleanse over here. Morty flies into the middle here, just so we can shoot stuff. Over here, we have the bloat drone can fall back, shoot, and charge. The Plague Marines just come behind the wall. The bloat drone shoots at the dudes here with a bit of indirect help as well. Manages to kill that, which means we hold Rory's primary down there. We get a cleanse off up at the top here. I think, yeah, Mortarian does cleanse as well. The one Predator that shoots down here with the Heavy Blight Launcher here. And an extra mortar. I think he puts his ass out to their shoots. Managed to kill those bird boys there. So we managed to basically get a we managed to get a really nice double cleanse off. So we get 4 points there, and we kill 2 units for no prisoners because we managed to kill this squad of bird boys and this squad of bird boys here for no prisoners, which is really nice. It also means that Rory in his turn, because we put the 4 OC as well from this Predator on here. The 4 OC is counted from this, and 3 from the bloat drone, so he's going to get no primary, just holds home again. But he does score sabotage last turn, because this lady's still alive. He gets containment and storm hostile objective, which is like, damn, that's a good draw to get. That's a really good draw to get. Because this thing does containment over here. She's up, down, obviously. She drops like here, does containment. Storm hostile, he just shoots this thing to death. And takes that back. Because I think they're OC 5, this thing. Which is really annoying. So that dies. But then in round 5, because I now actually get to actually hold primary for once, which is, you know, a freaking miracle of a feeling. I managed to hold 2 on primary and get and I guard with all of them. So Morty guards the middle, we guard over here, and we guard home. So we're going to get a good amount of points. We're going to get 4, 8, and then 3. We get 14 on primary this turn, so long as we survive. We get defend stronghold and bring it down. So we do manage to... this thing's been weakened for a couple rounds of shooting. So this Predator drives to here. This Predator drives to here because it can see it. Because it's so big, that model. They shoot. Mortarian shoots as well. Managed to finish that thing off. So we managed to actually kill that. And then... So that gives 1, 2 on bring it down. Defend stronghold. This thing just draws her and just sprays her to death. And then Rory's turn. He gets secure no man's land, which again, I can't stop. This thing here just basically just... exists and charges and tank shocks my guys off the wall. So you just get 2 points for that. And he holds end of game scoring. So he's going to get a guard here and guard up here for 2 each. And then holds that for 4 primary. And that does bring us to the end of the game. A very low scoring 70 to 63 victory. Which is extremely close. And a very low scoring victory, which is kind of hurts for final placings. But again, I'm not going to complain. 8th place is still really good. But that was a really cracking game. Rory is an absolute... he's a treat to play. He's really, really nice for one. He's just a great guy. But he's really good at understanding the long game, like the primary denial. But that mission, because he could deny me all the primary, but because of the mission it was, he couldn't like gain an advantage from it. And my cards just ended up being a bit hotter than his. And I should have just pushed out earlier. These PBCs again should be like out here and out here. Why are they still back in my home? Still learning it myself, trying to be more aggressive. These damn Caladius put the fear of God in me. And I really need to sort of just get over that because, you know, I have a 5-pin one. I could just pass the in ones. It's like genuine. They have a 4-up save against it if they're in cover. So I need to get over that. But it is what absolute pleasure of the game, which brings us into the final. And probably the one I was... when I saw it, I was like... this is Bridgehead, and Bridgehead I stereotypically do not like. But I'll ask you a question, chat. You can see this list, yes, chat? What do you notice about this list? I want to know what you guys think. What is this list kind of lacking a little bit of? So it's got 2 Cadian command squads with Gaunt's Ghosts, 3 Tempestus command squads, Ursula Creed, 1 big squad of 20 Cadians, 1 big squad of 10 Cadians, 2 squads of Catachans, 3 squads of Tempestus Scions, they're the big Giga Chad squads that really hurt, 1 squad of 5 Tempestus Scions, 1 squad of 6 Bullgrin, 3 squads of Catachan heavy weapons with a mortar, so 3 mortar teams, 1 squad of 2 field ordnance batteries, a Krieg engineer squad, Taurox with autocannon, and Inquisitor Kotias. So it's a very strong list. So someone's got it. There we go. There you go. Eric and Digger's got it. There's no Lehman Russes. There's no Dawns. So the anti-tank, there is anti-tank in the Tempestus Scion squads. The Scion squads will kill anything they look at, especially if it's on an objective. So I'm like, okay. But part of that, like last time I played Bridgehead, there was 2 tank commanders, which was like really scary. But this is just the Scions. So I'm like, okay, cool. So if the Scions die, there's not like too much. And obviously that's if the Scions die, and the Scion's going to drop and kill a load of stuff. But it's going to be an if. So then, chat, I ask you, this is the table. So playing on these playing on hard points. Now, this is a pop quiz for you, chat. My opponent, we're picking, we know we're doing our deployment. So the mission is Scorched Earth. It's the burning one. So hold 1, hold 2, and my opponent, we're putting our stuff on the board, and I say, declare reserves. And my opponent says to me, I'm going to put all of my Scions in reserves. All of them. So chat, I prompt you a question. If your opponent puts all of his Scions in reserves after you've just said to me, they're basically, lacking anti-tank outside of the Scions, what do you do? How do you deploy this mission? Because the second he said that, my eyes lit up like stars. I saw the one win path. It was like, what? In my eyes. There you go. People are getting it. Push. Run it down. That's it. Yes. Yes. I'm all in, baby. So, what we did is we literally. So I'll show you my opponent's deployment. So, bombast on the home. I've missed the heavy weapons teams. So just imagine these things are mortar teams. I must have missed them off. Apologies, guys. So these are mortars. So you put some mortars down here. You put a mortar unit like here, because the Catachan wants the off scout, and then you put another mortar team on home, just something like that. Not the mortar. The Taurox was here. The Bullgrins were down here with Gaunt's Ghost chilling. He had a big. Oh god, I can't even fucking tell what these squads are. I think this is the Cadian squad. So he had 1 squad there. The big squad with Kotias here. The small squad was just chilling on his home objective. Catachan's squad was inside the Taurox. The other Catachan squad was down here. The Krieg Engineer squad was up here. Everything else was in reserves. So I will now show you the magic of my deployment. I declared 0 reserves. I put a unit of cultists in reserves because he has a lot of mortars just in case he got first turn. Let me put this to the back. Sorry, 1 second. Centre back. Whoop. Not that far back, guys. Centre back. There we go. Shoot. There we go. So we put our Rhino here. We put a bloat drum with a heavy blight launcher here. We put a heavy bolter predator on a flank. The reason for this is if I'm going to push a flank, I want something to basically punish anything that's trying to hide. So if I push heavy down this side, the safe spot is here and here. So I want this thing to come along and be like, beep, beep, motherfucker, and just shoot anything in the side there. So he goes there. We have a unit of cultist screening. We have a unit of poxwalkers on home. 1 bloat drone's kind of gonna have to sort of stick around this area to stop deep striking stuff. But then we went carnivore, predator, predator, PBC, 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 Mortarian, and another bloat drone. Now, I think this is a beautiful... What do you think about this deployment, gents? Do you not just think this is the most beautiful goddamn thing you've ever seen? Look at that. Look at that wall of green. What do you think? I thought that was I thought that was a very nice deployment there. So we bank everything on the first turn roll, because if we get it, I think this game just ends. And we roll, and by gosh dang it, we roll a 5 and my opponent rolls a 3. So what do we do first turn? We send this bugger. So I can't remember what the secondaries were. I wasn't keeping track on this one. Just imagine that I was basically spending stuff doing secondaries. But because my thought was not on secondaries, my thought was, I'm smashing you in the face ASAP, like as soon as possible. I'm coming for you, boy. So he was keeping it on his tablet. And by the way, their point was absolutely lovely. And I think when I deployed like this, he literally went, oh shit. He was like, I said, I don't think anyone had sort of pushed him this hard all weekend, especially with this amount of tanks. But he's just a critical mass of tanks. He'd killed tanks. He'd been against tanks, but not this many tanks at once. So we move in advance with Mortarion. We do go onto the objective because Scions can't come down on turn 1 because he's not on the board. He can't up you down them. If I could burn this objective turn 1, I would burn this objective turn 1. So he moves in advances onto here, just chills. This PBC just drives up. This PBC just drives up. This PBC just drives up. Look at us. Make a nice little line. This dude goes here. This dude goes here. This carnivore moves straight onto the middle point to get... I think I'd Aiden now turn 1. Oh, he's scouted as well. So he's gone... he's scouted his Taurox to here. His Krieg squad was here. His Catachan's weapons team is in here. His other squad of Catachans is out here somewhere. Scouting that way. He's just done a few scouts. Nothing too crazy. So they're all behind the wall. They are all behind the wall, so they can't killed for free. And these guys are just, again, just chilling back here, out of line of sight. So I can't get any line of sights, but we just drive everything as much as possible. This Rhino drives into the middle, and we never will leave this Rhino, because it means if a Scion squad comes in, they get screwed by activation lock. A Scion squad can come in and kill the Rhino easily, but then unless he wants to bring in 2 Scion squads to get me off that objective, because they get to kill the Rhino, then kill the guys inside, then that objective is mine. So I'm just going to park that Rhino there and never leave that goddamn Rhino ever. This thing had moves and advances. We're just going full speed. He can't shoot any line of sight turn 1, so he just starts moving and advancing. These guys just spread out. Just imagine the Poxwalkers all spreading out. This thing starts yeeting it down. This thing starts yeeting it down. So that one stays back, because I need to sort of have something screening. This thing splits. He's like more like there, just in case. He starts screening it down. So we just start absolutely sending it. We fire our mortars first turn. We manage to drop this guy to a single mortar here. We don't get very hot on our mortar shots this turn, unfortunately. And we managed to get this mortar team at home a bit weakened as well. We don't kill anything just there. We go for an 8-inch rerollable charge into these Krieg combat engineers. Unfortunately, we don't make it with the carnivore. It is what it is. But we have started putting some pressure on instantly. So my opponent has 1 turn to do literally everything. And I'm about to be on his ass instantly. So my opponent puts his Catachans forward. He's very smart. He does move on the mortars to block the movement here, so stuff can't get around the side. So there's a single mortar blocking that. The Bullgrin come out. The Krieg combat engineers step out, so they can do mortal wounds to the carnivore. Everything else kind of shuffles. He puts some guys in front of the objective, but he doesn't get enough on the advance to get enough guys on it. So as long as the carnivore lives, it'll be able to hold more. Everyone else kind of just shuffles along. Gaunt's Ghost sort of go into here and start doing objectives. Everyone else kind of just shuffles as much as they can to sort of stay safe. And then he does some mortal wounds to the carnivore. He drops it to 7 off mortal wounds from this. But then, again, there's nothing else on his table that can even remotely hurt me. So he out-OCs Morty, so I don't hold that. But nothing on this table can hurt me at all. And then he rolls a charge onto this this bloat drone. He says, should I do it? He's like, I don't think I should do this. But he's like, I'll roll it anyway. Because it was like, you need like a 10 to do it. So he was like, if it happens, it happens. And he rolled a bloody 11 on the charge. So what he does is he charges, comes all the way in. But it's within 6 of the carnivore. So the carnivore heroics deletes the squad with a sweep and then consolidates like just to here. So we managed to kill the Krieger combat engineers basically there for absolutely nothing, and he realized that was a mistake, which is fair enough, you know, it is what it is. And then my turn comes along again. So this bloat drone floats over to here. This carnivore just basically is just going to come sail to a Taurox. This predator drives down the flank again. These guys just start moving up. We have this bloat drone come to here. Morty comes to the edge off the objective, but so my wingtip can see the Catachans. and then we put one PBC on the objective. The rest are all away. So basically, these PBCs are completely safe, and the Predators are completely safe. Nothing can drop in. There's no 6-inch nonsense around. We're pretty much fine. The only place that can be dropped in on is this Rhino, and again, we've talked about why the Rhino is safe over here, so we're fine with that. The Predators just started to move up here. We shoot some, we kill this thing with like some plink shots from a Predator here. Morty's wings plus the flamers absolutely obliterate this Catachan squad off the point here. The mortars get picked up by my mortars, so we pick up this unit here. Oh, that unit of mortars came out to block my PBCs coming through here. That's why PBC had to go into the middle. We kill that, that's fine. And by the way, I'm fine for this is the entropy cannon PBC. That's why he's on the point, because I do not need him this game. If he wants to come down and kill the PBC with entropy cannons, feel fucking free. He brings down a Scion squad rapid ingress into his home objective, but he cuts the angle so the PBC with the heavy bolts and stuff can't see. So their guys exist there. I multi-charge this Taurox, so he comes and touches this end of a Taurox. The Carnivore comes in, absolutely blows that thing's Kingdom Come. Obviously he's more like there. You keep flying down last turn. He does the smart thing. He makes it so that if I pile in with this bloat drone, I have to come into the Catachan, because what I wanted to do is I was hoping he'd deploy the Catachan out safely here, and then I could go and tag the Scions with the piling. But unfortunately not, so I have to pile into the Catachans, and I kill like 2 with the stabs of the drone. It is what it is. But at this point, Morty is no longer on the objectives. He's not on the objective here. We've killed the Taurox. The guys are out. 1 Scion squad's down. All these tanks are safe. We're pressuring even more. And he's basically got... he's on a clock now. Like, he's got to do something. So in his turn, he double drops the Scions, because I don't know what it is. People still always think they need to kill Mortarion. Like, Mortarion is meh. He's mid in this matchup. He is not the threat. He's a scary boy. He looks scary, but he wants Morty dead here. These Scions come over here. They basically split fire between a grenade and shooting, and they kill both of these guys here. These guys down here drop Mortarion to 8 wounds. These guys split fire. Oh, the Catachan fall back from the bloat drone, so he doesn't get a mouse one to hit. And this bloat drone with the sprayers overwatches it and gets 11 shots and kills the entire unit, which was pretty funny. Kotiaz is just hiding here now. So this Scion squad split fires and kills this bloat drone here. Again, that's all right, because I'm fine. As long as these die next turn, then we're in a good position. The Bullgrin have moved up. After all the shooting is done, Mortarion lives on 3 wounds. He charges him with the Bullgrin and the front squad of Scions, who actually make a 9-inch charge. The Scions do nothing. The Bullgrins just kill him because I forgot to CP reroll one of my 3-up saves, and I went straight to Feel No Pains, and I can't go back at that point. It is what it is. And he tags this PBC, but that's fine. So yeah, Morty's dead, but now my entire goal this next turn is we're just going to like delete. We've got 2 Predators, 2 PBCs staring down these Scions. These are the ones with the flamers. So this Predator goes dirt, dirt, and these guys light up this squad entirely. Like those guys obliterate that squad into pieces. The flamers, and then we shoot this squad down to 3 men left. So all the flamers shot and killed this first squad here, because -1 save contagion is so grim, and all the shots from here mince this one. Heavy bolter Predator comes and says hello, opens up at this 15-man Scion squad and rips it a fucking new one. He literally takes it down to I think it's like 2 guys, and the mortar from like this one manages to finish off the last dude. So 2 Scion squads are dead. There's like a character left from this one squad here, but it's just the command squad's character, so it can't do anything. Again, I don't care that I'm in combat with Bulgar and they can keep me there all game. I don't really care. So at this point, all these anti-tankies completely gone. The Bulgrin are there, are just chilling, and he just uppy downies. These guys try to get to start stealing it, and I mean at this point it's kind of just written on its face like what it is. He's got nothing left, but he does draw absolute godlike secondaries at this point, and like proceeds to constantly keep drawing godlike secondaries. So he the Earthshield squad just come down to here basically and basically hold this shit. These guys move and sort of move block here. Annoyingly, these Bulgrin have beaten this thing like to death eventually with a good roll and charged into this one. Just keeping it there, which is fine because they just stay there for the rest of the game. This boat drone move around to help out this PBC. They're smashing that. The guy's getting out here to come and help smash this, so that they're getting smashed down here. The Rhino just basically just cleanses that thing there and burns it. He brings down his 5-man Scion at home, kills 10 cultists because he had a job to kill it. I then just fall back and shoot them to death with this thing. Predators just goes and sits on his home objective all game pretty much at this point. Annoyingly makes like a lot of bloody saves on stuff, which is really annoying. So don't actually kill it that quick. And the OC, obviously, guardsman is stupid because it can be ordered. It's like 4 OC a guy. But he starts chipping away and just being a pest over there until he gets charged and locked up. But my opponent does manage to. The game wasn't in question. But my opponent kept scoring a load of points. Because he can still hold 2. I'm holding 2 all the time. And Gaunt's bastard ghost and this one command squad that was like 4-man squad just kept uppy downy in every turn, so they just come in like here, do actions, then go away and come back here and do actions and stuff. And I was mortaring them, and mortars weren't hitting that great. And eventually we did like kill off that, and we managed to burn. So we basically talked it out at that point because there was just like, again, I could keep shooting stuff and just killing it, but all that mattered really was like, again, his score was being kept down. My score was higher than him. We mapped it out, and basically we looked at the cards, and there was no possible way you could catch me. So I could sit there and roll out dice. Even with the perfect card draws, we just did the maths on it, he couldn't catch me. So he drew it, and he actually did get the perfect card draws. Legit, he drew them perfectly. But it was physically impossible for him to catch up to me. So even though it was smash it was a 93-90 victory, just because, again, uppy downy, absolute nonsense. And I probably could have just kept shooting mortars at stuff and just being like, yeah, you get even less points than that. But after what kind of happened, I felt a little bad, and 2, I was just really tired, and I just wanted to be like, he's like, oh, you've definitely won. I was like, right, sure, yeah, whatever. I'm just tired now. But I was super happy to like just absolutely avenge myself versus Bridgehead, and I think I found the way to sort of deal with it. If you've not brought tanks, this is definitely the way to deal with it. So push on in. Get them to drop down and kill bad things. Because at one point I thought he was going to try and go for this. Because he marked it with Cotias for ignores cover. And if he'd have dropped the Scion Squad to kill his PBC, that would have been even more brutal. But I mean, I was super happy with it. Like I said, we managed to absolutely smash into Bridgehead and come out on top, which is really nice. So I was happy with that. But overall result, we finished in 8th place. Unfortunately, the game against Rory, even though it was a great game, nothing against Rory about it. Did hurt the points, only 70 points there, and it's a low scoring mission anyway. You can see on other people, look, 63 there, 59 there. God knows how people got 100 in that one, but people did. But yeah, I mean, the motto of the story is Plague Storm still hits really, really, really goddamn hard. It hits like an absolute truck. I still need to get more aggressive with it though. It was still like, I'm still just a bit too passive pushing out on PBCs, and it's my more reserved nature of playing the army, of being like passive and being cautious with it. I just need to like send it out there and keep shooting and keep tanking wounds, because every time they fail to kill a tank, like it just compounds upon itself. But one thing I will say is that for anyone that's sort of like struggling with Death Guard at the moment, it's getting tough out here. Like things are getting real. Like none of them games are like easy, really. Just the last one, but it wasn't easy. It was just like my opponent made a screw up, and like I had the critical amount of tanks to just punish it. But it was still close on score. You can see that because of the amount of tricks other armies have got, and we don't have the tricks. Like even when it's like feels comfortable in our hands, they just keep scoring. It's so hard to stop them because we can't be down everywhere. But if you are struggling with Death Guard right now, like there's no shame. It's hard. We're a decent army, but we don't have the toolbox. Like I've gone away from toolbox lists at the moment because our toolbox at this point is rusty. It doesn't have much in it. While everyone else is brand new, bought straight from Screw Direct or whatever it's called. Is it called Screw Fix Direct or something like that? So they've all got nice load of toys. So I think the SKU lists are probably like doing a bit more better at the moment. That's why I'm kind of going with it. But really, I'm a bit in the Codex waiting room at the moment. We're so close to a Codex that I think I'm just gonna probably see out the Index playing Ironstorm. I've got another teams event coming up where I'll be taking Ironstorm again. But I mean, in terms of like if we exclude shadow rounds, I'm 10-0 with it at events. Obviously lost the shadow round at ITT, but it's still really it's it's a fun list, it's a different list, and it's it does the job. It's definitely doing the job. I am having fun with the PBCs. I do really like PBCs. One of my favorite units, and I just love the ability to have the indirect axes. It's so nice to be able to put out damage even on things you can't necessarily see. But I mean, yeah, that was basically the entire event. So thank you for sticking with us through that. If there's any questions in the chat, I'll answer them. I'm probably gonna not stay on too much longer though, because I've already been on for 2 hours 20, and I am absolutely knackered because it was only yesterday this all happened. But I mean, I'm buzzing. I'm over the moon. It gave me tons of like ITT points, so I'm back to I think rank 1 in the world again. For Death Guard, which feels really good. And I've still got an event basically to replace, because I have one of my events like 40 points, because apparently if you sign up for an event and then don't show up, you still get points. I don't know why, because I rang them up like 5 days before and was like, hey, I'm not really feeling it, I'm not going to be here, but they're just like, yeah, I have 40 points, okay. Aiden, you need to try my current list to delete a 777. Was that more Defilers by any chance? Mandy D, I did my second game with that same list and did a lot better. Playing aggressively really helped. More time took out a Dimmer Charon, Swarm Lord, Psychophage, trying to affect. Jesus Christ. That's a freaking scary Morty Rampage there with 5 runes to spare. Nice one. Yeah, I think that's the one thing I'm learning as well. Like, aggression tends to do pretty well. I think it's because we're so cheap. Like, even if we lose a few units on the way in, like, we just still manage to connect with so much, and our damage is like bonkers when we get in. So yeah, I think that is the way to play it. The way is to sort of just be aggressive with Death Guard, and it's somewhat I'm definitely having to learn a bit more. And if you can have that turn where you send it, just send it all. Don't piecemeal it. Send it. I suffered against Gladius by being conservative, and then when I did go aggressive, didn't go hard enough. Yeah, I think that's the thing we're all learning, and we need to just learn to push, because it's more natural to play conservative than it is aggressively, unless you're like aggressively minded. I used my first Defiler this weekend, hilariously grabbed a Brutalis. They should let you keep the Brutalis model so you can put it on his hands and like walk around with it. I used to do that. I used to pick up my Potts model in the claw and just walk around with it all day. And if they were cool with it anyway, of course, and just pick up the one like mine now. My PBC's just bodied Magnus for 11 damage. Good, as it should be. Good job, PBC. Fuck Magnus, he did everything wrong. Would you ever consider running a second 5 Plague Marine squad to fill the Rhino to deny primary? I don't think I can. I think the list is already pressed for like. I don't know if there's much juice I can get out of this list. Some people drop the Plague Marines and Rhino Wall entirely to get 2 more Predators, but you need to have the critical mass of hulls, and I don't think another 5-man Plague Marine squad's probably going to help you out too much. You're best just stealing that point with either sheer firepower or driving PVCs or Morty onto it, really, in my honest opinion. But I mean, yeah, reading Magnus on Fires with Flamers felt weird. Yeah, it does, but it's Strength 6, they're Strength 6. But yeah, I mean, that's about all it is for this event recap. So, I mean, I'm probably going to head off in a second, like I said, but thank you so much for everyone who's sort of tuned in tonight. We had like 160 consistent viewers, which is mad, and we had a load of like donation super chats, which has been awesome. So thank you everyone who sort of came in to talk about it. I will be on tomorrow again with Dave and Will for an hour just to talk probably about Will's event a little bit, because obviously Will was there as well. I think Will went 3-2 in the end. But I mean, for now, I am probably going to head off. I am going to go and absolutely mong out. Yeah, I was debating the melter on the Marines, Mike. I probably should, to be honest. Probably better choices in case it eventually shoots and kills something. But I was just like, yeah, plasma, whatever. It was just, again, I think the idea was if I came across an enemy unit of the same type, like Intercessors, I wanted guns that could kill more of them. I think that's what I was after. Plague Heavy Bolters are God's gift to Death Guard. I agree. They're so good. Don, I really, really like them. But, you're very welcome, Chikanari. I do enjoy the event recap videos, even if they do absolutely shred my voice and my memory. So, again, there was some points here where I got some stuff wrong, and no doubt none of these games have been remembered perfectly. I do apologise for that. I suppose I could just do, get. I don't know. I can't fortunately carry a camera around. There was someone actually there that recorded every single one of the games, which is mad. But I don't think I want to be doing that. Thank you very much for the congratulations, though. I appreciate it. You can do melter and plasma. So your sergeant can take a plasma, and one of your 5 guys can take a melter. So you can do that. I was just running double plasma so I could shoot marine bodies and kill them as much as possible. But yeah, so I mean, in terms of content, stick with us. We're in a bit of a weird sort of like in between point at the moment. Waiting for Codex. It's hard to make videos that aren't going to be redundant instantly. So I think we're going to focus on making some videos about identifying your like preferred play style and how to play aggressive, or when to know to play aggressive, or you know when to stage or when to send it, or all sorts of things like that. So it's probably some more generic tactics rather than Death Guard tactics, because everything's going to change quite shortly, I imagine. So yeah, hopefully you guys look forward to that. We'll still be doing our Infection Critical weekly, you know. Well, not weekly, it's going to like bi-weekly, or like sometimes 3, sorry, life gets hard. You know, looking at successful lists. There's been a lot of, we're going to do a little bit of a French special episode on that, because there's been like 3 events that in France that have been like either won by Death Guard or placed really high by Death Guard. So we'll do like a little French special episode, because Bob Laponge, who's watches the channel and talks to me a lot, plays French WTC, has been keeping me up to date on how that's going over there. And they play on WTC, so if you're a WTC player, those lists might be ones that are pretty good for you as well. But yeah, thank you so much everyone for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, if you did, please leave a like and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow. And if you really enjoy it, consider becoming a Plague Marine. You get access to our Discord, you get access to our giveaways, and you get access to our Plague Surgery streams, stuff like that. I'm slightly crashing out right now, I'm not even going to lie. I am fucked. So, for now, everyone, I'm going to leave you with a tune, and then I'm going to head off for the night. So, thank you so much for tuning in, everybody. I'll catch you all on the next one. Stay right, everybody. Take care, and I'll see you all very shortly. Bye-bye for now, everyone. Take care.
From the depths of raw and decay they rise. The Death Guard marches under sickened skies. With boils and blight, they spread the pain. In Nurgle's name, disease will reign. Adrenaline and pestilence flows. With every breath the plague wind blows. Embrace the rot, let flesh decay. The Death Guard comes, none can stay. From the depths of rot and decay they rise. The Death Guard marches under sickened skies. With boils and blight, they spread the pain. In Noodle's name, disease will reign. Rot and ruin, pestilence flows. With every breath the plague wind blows. Embrace the rot, let flesh decay. The Death Guard comes, none can stay. Armored and filled with rusted blades, they laugh as cities wilt and fade. Where they tread, no life remains, just hollow corpses, plague remains. Beneath the helm, the cursed grin, for in death they shall begin. Rot and ruin, pestilence flows. With every breath the plague wind blows. Embrace the rot, let flesh decay. The Death Guard comes, none can stay. Beneath the warp the souls are bound, to spread decay, to break the ground. Noble's gifts a putrid stain, a future where only disease remains. In the shadow of decay I rise, typhus the herald beneath poison skies. With nobles rot I lay walls to waste, the reaper's scythe no life can escape. Beneath the flies, beneath the filth I spread the plague with a twisted will. From festering wounds corruption grows in the heart of death, God where its path flows. I am the harbinger, the bringer of disease. In nobles name I spread death with ease. Pestilence walks with me hand in hand, rivers of filth drown the land. I am typhus, master of decay. In the name of ruin I claim the day. Crumbles to dust. Wherever I tread, rot consumes the just. Space hulks reek of a foul rebirth, carriers of plague across the cursed earth. Beneath the flies, beneath the filth I spread the plague with a twisted will. From festering wounds corruption grows in the heart of death, God where despair flows. I am the harbinger, the bringer of disease. In noble's name I spread death with ease. Pestilence walks with me hand in hand, rivers of filth drown the land. I am typhus, master of decay. In the name of ruin I claim the day. The Imperium's light crumbles to dust. Wherever I tread, rot consumes the just. Space hulks reek of a foul rebirth, carriers of plague across the cursed earth. Beneath the flies, beneath the filth I spread the plague with a twisted will. From festering wounds corruption grows in the heart of death, God where despair flows. I am the harbinger, the bringer of disease. In noble's name I spread death with ease. Pestilence walks with me hand in hand, rivers of filth drown the land. I am typhus, master of decay. In the name of ruin I claim the day. Playlist howl, the gushing walls, the whistling tides, new life is born. And miracles passing, a twisted grace, like a race of hearts in my golden embrace. Fear the plague fleet, fear the end. No salvation, no let to defend. I am typhus, reaper of dread. Bow to Nurgle, embrace the dead.
From the shadow depths of a broken hive, the corpses twitch and come alive. This crimson plague, it feeds on fear as the bodies drop and it draws us near. Our skin is crawling, something's inside, internal organs liquefied. Death God's gift, a twisted fate, no escape for me, yeah, it's too late. No goal comes except your fate. It won't stop, the hive's infected, it's too late. Watch it all decay, falling to your knees. The hive will consume when it's sick disease. Our souls corrupted, can't run, can't fight. The walking pox now takes its bite. The walking pox now takes its bite. Blood the rod, blood the rod. Walking pox now takes its bite. Lungs are burning, pox fills the air. You scream for help, but no one cares. Bones are breaking, bodies twist. The Death Guard's gift, death's toxic kiss. Pale and stare with a hollow glare. They're gone but shambling, lost somewhere. This hive is his, disease and bloom. No light survives in this darkened tomb. Then no comes except your fate. It won't stop, the hive's infected, it's too late. Watch it all decay, falling to your knees. consumed by this sick disease. Our souls corrupted, can't run, can't fight. The walking box now takes its bite. The walking box now takes its bite. You'll feel it settle deep inside. There's no cure, nowhere to hide. You breathe me in, you can't escape. I am the plague, I am your fate. What can you feel it in your bones? This is where it now goes home. No mercy here, you're out of time. Your final breath is that last line. Watch it all decay, fall into your knees. The hide was consumed by the sick disease. I'm so corrupted, can't run, can't fight. The walking box now takes its bite. The walking box now takes its bite. Watch it all decay, falling to your knees. The hide was consumed by the sick disease. I'm so corrupted, can't run, can't fight. The walking box now takes its bite. The walking box now takes its bite. Through the skies we come to claim our prize. A world infected before your eyes. We are the run, we are the end. The death god's mercy is death again. Watch it all decay, falling to your knees. The hive was consumed by the sick disease. Our souls corrupted, can't run, can't fight. The walking box now takes its bite.